There's something that's coming up on there, and it actually involves Benjy. Benjy, I saw a clip of you. Yesterday, Benjy went by the set of 30 Rock. They were filming outdoors, and they had one of those setups with trailers, and one of the trailers said... one of the trailers said... What's the comedian's name? I'm drawing a blank. Tracy Morgan. One of the trailers said Tracy Morgan. Benjy sees this and immediately runs up and starts banging on the door, telling all the people on the set that he is in Tracy's life and that he needs to see Tracy.
Tracy, it's Benjy. I'm still in your life. Hello? That's his trailer. Tracy!
And then he just goes over to the craft services table and begins eating bagels and stuff. And they're like, whoa, who are you? And you can't be eating that stuff. He goes, no, I'm in Tracy's life.
I'm in Tracy's life. No. It's not Paul Tracy. Paul Tracy. Tracy's going to be very upset. He's going to be upset. I'm in Tracy's life. Tracy's going to be very mad at all of you.
Then a bunch of big black guys surround him. I don't know where they came from. Are they Tracy's personal guys?
I'm not sure if they're in his life, but they were something to do with 30 Rock.
Yeah, so it's a continuing I'm in Tracy's life
Right.
thing. Unfortunately, he never gets to see Tracy, but it hardly matters.
I wonder if it gets back to Tracy.
I don't know. I don't know. I'd have to think so. You know. So
don't you think that's kind of dangerous?
I think it's real dangerous.
Because I had a guy, remember that guy who used to say he was related to me?
Right.
And he used to burst through the door.
Yeah, I remember that guy.
That was frightening.
Yeah.
And, you know, maybe Tracy will recognize Benjy.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was nuts.
Maybe not.
It's nutty tape, I'll tell you. Here's a clip from it. Howard TV says they can play it, Fred. I don't know what that entails. No, there he is.
There's the trailer.
That's the trailer. Nice show.
Benjy, I'm still in your life. That's his trailer.
It's right out on the street.
Tracy! Tracy, come on, I'm in your life still! Let's go, get off the goddamn stairs! Where's Tracy? Let's go! I'm in his life! Yeah, right. I'm in his life! Ask Tracy Morgan, I'm still in his life!
Uh-oh.
See, this is where it gets crazy.
Yeah.
Ask Tracy, I'm in his life! Tracy, come tell, what's your name?
Anyway, I'm not going to play the whole thing. All right, guys, thank you.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
See, I don't think that that's a good thing to do.
No, I don't either. I'm
I mean,
against
for
it.
Benjy's safety.
Right, I agree. Benjy, do you get nervous doing that kind of stuff?
Well, Lisa G was with us, so...
Oh, so she protects you.
Yeah.
Right. Well, you have Lisa G with you. She's a newswoman.
Well, maybe he thinks because they see a camera crew.
Yeah.
Nah, it wasn't a camera crew.
It wasn't
It was
a
a phone.
crew.
Chris had a phone. It was a phone crew.
Yeah,
A phone?
He was just walking down the street. He didn't know he was going to go do that. They just took a phone and did
Because
it.
I was like, what is Benjy doing with a camera crew with him?
It's a pretty good camera, though, that phone.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it's, you know, a lot of guys in the office have it. The Android X, I think it is.
Is it?
I think that's what it is.
Is the Android X like a BlackBerry thing?
It's a smartphone.
Jason is one of the guys that has it, has been telling me a lot about it, so I don't know too much about it.
It's Verizon's answer to the iPhone.
And so the camera seems to be almost broadcast quality.
It looked like he had a camera with him.
Yeah. And the microphone was pretty good. I mean, Benjy's very loud, but yeah, the microphone's pretty good.
I think the camera's great, although some of the TV guys, when they were watching this morning, like Scott said, what was that shot on? Like, he noticed it was different than...
Well, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's a cell phone.
I mean, I should hope that Scott would notice.
Yeah.
Well, he's the one.
Good of Scott to notice that the quality isn't the same as our cameras here in the studio. So...
But
anyway.
still pretty good.
Yeah, so you'll see that's just another one of those bonus things on Howard TV. Lisa G is here with headlines. Lisa, what do you have for us from the Howard 100 newsroom?
Lisa Glassberg takes shits at work.
Lisa, what's happening?
All right. Howard 100 News was on the scene when Benjy tried to find Tracy Morgan on the 30 Rock set.
How did that happen?
Lisa was walking down the street with Benjy.
Oh, okay.
Right.
It's the first time I've been with him when he tried to do something like this.
Right.
I thought we were going to get arrested 3 times. Oh, God.
Do you think he was showing off? Do you think he has a crush on you in some weird way? Like,
No, he gets into the zone.
Yeah.
He didn't even hear me when
Right.
I kept saying, all right, Benjy, that's enough. Let's go. I mean,
It's scary, isn't it? I mean, because he does these wild things. For those of you who weren't listening earlier in the morning, Benjy randomly just happened to walk by the 30 Rock set. They were shooting some outdoor stuff. And Tracy Morgan's trailer was there. And then Benjy started banging on Tracy Morgan's door and saying, I'm in your life. You know, it was like the follow-up, part deux.
Yeah, it's a sequel.
The redo. And then he went, and then he was on the craft services table eating and glomming food, and they threw him out of there.
anyone can walk onto that.
I
He
know.
just walked on. He took a bagel. He goes, hey, do you have any butter? 10 minutes later, they go, and you are?
And then he goes, I'm in Tracy Morgan's life. And they realized, give us back the bagel. Meanwhile, he'd already eaten it already. Let him have the bagel. They were trying to take the bagel from him. Anyway, we got it all on tape, believe it or not, because somebody was smart enough to have their cell phone with them. And Lisa just happened to be there. It's wild, right? I mean, I watch it on tape and I cringe.
Well, that was the second stop. The first stop was Fox Business News, where I thought 2 security guys were going to break his legs.
What
What
did he do
happened
there?
at Fox Business News?
He started to dance. The guy was doing a stand-up, but the craziest dances I've ever seen. So,
But aren't you legally, I mean, you know, Benji's within his rights. You're legally allowed to
Dance on the street. Is there a rule
but
against that?
Yeah, but you can't kick your leg up in the air like a crazy person, apparently.
Right. Why? He's
I asked him. The cop was telling him, you know, you
What'd the
can
cop
dance.
say?
Well, you know the Jewish dance where you put your hands on the guy's shoulders and you both kick your legs up?
I don't know that one, but go ahead.
Ahora?
I thought that's a Russian dance.
Well, it might be Russian, Jewish,
Yeah.
Ashkenazi, I don't know. But so the cop said that dance was dangerous, but like a more mild dance would be okay.
Oh, you can't do a dangerous dance.
Poor cops have to deal with Benji.
Yeah.
So then we walked to the 30 Rock trailer. And he almost got thrown out of that when he was knocking on the door.
Seems though like he was putting on a pretty good show for you. I think he's got a crush on you.
No, he didn't even hear me. He was in the zone.
But were you in the zone because Lisa was around, like you were showing her all your powers? Like it's hot when a chick's around and you
Yeah,
want
I
Look at
think
how
that
much
definitely
fun I am.
amps it up a little bit.
and you realize it made no, like she doesn't even realize you were showing off for her?
Well, I don't know if it was a direct thing, but I'm sure it had. It sure
That's something.
influenced my
It must have
psyche,
been more
yeah.
fun because she was getting all freaked out.
And Lisa's like the best audience in the world because everything. I mean, you could like sneeze on the street and like, oh my god, that's outrageous.
All right. That's like my sister. Whenever we're together, no matter what I say, it's hysterical and crazy. She goes, "Oh, you're crazy. You're crazy." And I'm like, "I'm not saying anything that crazy." I'm like I've said crazy stuff. This isn't that crazy. You're outrageous.
Well, any girl that falls in love with Benji will have to love what he does because you have to put up with it. He's crazy.
He is, because he'll even do it if there's no camera, right? But you knew there was. But you didn't even think there was a camera.
No, actually, I mean, Lisa actually is the one that told us that 30 Rock was down there, and we
Right.
thought, oh well, let's go walk by and see what happens.
Oh,
Right,
so
right.
it was a plan.
Yeah.
I see.
But it doesn't matter because he goes crazy.
Yeah, he's nuts. But anyway, it'll be on Howard TV. I'm
The
looking forward to
dancing?
that.
Did they get the dancing?
I didn't see the clip of the
Oh,
dancing.
I don't
my
know if the dance
God.
really led to anything.
It didn't lead to anything.
We just want to see you dance.
Oh, that is the funniest thing.
Can we see the dance? Can you do it here?
It
you show it now?
I mean, I would need someone.
Yeah, give us some space.
Who were you
Oh,
holding on to?
No,
On the
You
street.
were doing it yourself. He was going like,
You don't need shoulders.
I won't hurt you.
yes, you will.
No, dude, leave her alone.
Yeah, thank you.
You didn't have a.
He was going like that.
I don't know that dance.
It's you go alternate legs, but
All right, okay. That's not a dance.
yes, it is.
Get away from me.
But in the middle of the street, okay?
Right.
So.
All right, that's
pretty
fun.
funny.
All right, what else you
So
got?
anyway, I went back to the trailer
Oh,
and I found Tracy.
Oh,
very good.
We have audio for you.
Yeah.
It's on GP1 in red.
Well, okay. And this is what Tracy had to say?
Yes.
Too bad Tracy didn't see Benji.
right.
It's freaking him out.
Is he pissed that they kicked me out?
No, he wants you to keep following him.
All right, here we go.
Did you say you loved Benji?
Love Benji. I love me some Benji. Benji, I love you, dude. Holla at me.
HS.
Know that it's from Big Elbow, too. That's Elbow right there.
If Howard was a superhero, he would be the leader.
Nice. Those are the guys. I think that was the guy kicking you out. Not Tracy, that guy behind him.
Big Elbow?
Yeah.
No, it was some guy with the Teamsters, I think.
Oh, I see. Yeah, too bad Tracy wasn't in his trailer at that point. That would have been great. Benjy gets in there.
Can you imagine they're trying to throw him out and all of a sudden Tracy opens the door and says, Benjy!
I told you.
Some Benjy.
I was in Tracy's life. I'm in Tracy's life.
I'm going to be in his bathtub tonight.
You know, we were supposed to send Eric the Midget out to the Emmys.
Right. Well, what happened? You know, because people were, you know, when I was talking to people over the break, everybody was like, is Eric doing it?
Well, Eric wasn't doing it because he was just being a major pain in the ass. So they sent Shuli out at the last minute. And quite frankly, there weren't, you know, if you watch the Emmys, it's probably no fault to Shuli's. There just wasn't that many good people. Like, who would you even interview? And it seems like everybody he ran into, and maybe this is Shuli's fault, a lot of times he'd identify himself as being from the Howard Stern channels.
Oh, right away, instead of just being a reporter?
Yeah, I listened to the tapes, and
Well,
Shuli,
no,
that's a major faux pas.
Well, no, what I did was there were some people that I know were fans of yours and fans of the show.
No, but you don't, you know.
Like Piers Morgan,
But how can you ask them offensive questions if they know they're from the Howard Stern show?
I didn't do it every single person, not at all. I said Sirius XM for the most part. And we were at this Entertainment Tonight after party. It wasn't the red carpet for the actual Emmys. So you had
the best interview you had was with this chick who I don't even know who she is, Melora Hardin.
She's from The Office.
Yeah, but she was good because she didn't know who you were.
Right. And
that's when it's the best.
But I have a lot of them that I didn't introduce myself as that.
Shuli went all the way out to California, and the best interview we have is from someone I never heard of.
And
it's absolutely awful.
I was excited to interview her because I'm a fan of The Office, and she ended up getting pissed at me.
Yeah, it was weird. Like, I didn't think he asked her anything that offensive, and she actually circled back to tell you what a jerk you were.
Wow. I think what happened was she went inside and she started thinking about like
I know, but
the answer she gave me.
Here's Shuli with somebody named Melora Hardin. Hardin.
I'm with Sirius XM Satellite Radio.
Hi.
How are you tonight?
I'm good. I love Sirius.
Well, I love The Office.
Oh, good. Well, then we love each other. That's nice.
What's some of the channels you listen to on Sirius?
Oh, I love the coffee table.
Coffee House.
Coffee House. Love Coffee House.
Right.
I love the Frank Sinatra, station. I love the, is it the 70s station? Is it called the
70s on 7.
Love that.
Yeah.
Yeah? I love a lot of them. There's a lot of good ones.
Any messages for the families of the trapped Chilean miners that you'd like to give?
Oh, my God. No, just, I mean, yes,
Trapped Chilean miner.
That was my favorite question of the night. I would ask people, I'd say, how great is it to be out with all your peers dressed up? They go, oh, it's fantastic. I love tonight. And I go, what do you think about the miners?
Sending hope and love and, the very best of, just for the very best outcome. That's really all I can say.
Is there ever a part of you that feels like, going out to celebrate on a night like tonight when so much bad is going on in the world, is that maybe not so proper in your opinion?
I think there's bad going on in the world all the time, every single day of the year. And if we were always focusing on the bad going on in the world, we would never make the good. And I think that people need to feel joy and need to feel their own joy in order.
I thought that was a pretty good answer, actually.
It's the next one, I think.
I wonder if there's somebody in Chile right now going, oh, Melora Hardin, sending us hope. Thank you. Help me. Help me. I'm down here in the mine. I don't know how to do a Chilean accent. I'm sure it sounds like me. I'm down here in the mine. Thank you.
Everybody sounds like they're from the Middle East.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Melissa Hardin from The Office. We watch that show in the mine all the time. Those fucking guys are going to be down there for like a month. It looks like weird reality television. They always have a picture of some dude on there. They have a video and everything.
What's weird is we're getting all this shit down to them, but we can't get them out of there.
I know.
Like, there's videos coming out of there, and they're just still stuck in there.
Yeah, but how else would they ever get noticed by Melora Hardin?
And then they're sending, like, 20 psychologists down there.
Yeah.
Like, send some
They're
equipment.
They're going to talk to them.
Yeah.
And by the way, I can't imagine what life is like in Chile, but...
Maybe it's better down
Yeah,
there.
they're probably like, please leave us alone. Life is so much better down here. The corruption and the horror of it all.
And they're saying 3 or 4 months, not a month.
Wow. Can they survive?
Well, they can get things down to them, obviously. Because if you were going to be down there for 3 or 4 months with nothing, don't come.
It'd be weird if they end up looking like people from Middle Earth because they've been down there so long,
You'll find Bilbo Baggins down there. And Fredo. What
They come out like
Gollum will be there.
Teeth are all
Precious, my precious.
pointy teeth. My precious. Yeah.
One hole to rule them all.
Be weird if they refuse to come back up. We hate Chile. It's never been good. Imagine you live in Chile and you're working in a coal mine. Can there be a fucking worse life than that?
God really hates you.
Oh, man.
There's one thing that's worse. Will was just telling me that there's a big argument going on because the company that ran the mine is shut down and gone. So there's a big discussion about whether they're going to get paid or not while they're down there.
Oh.
And the government says they're not paying them, and the company's gone.
No wonder
guys.
they don't want to come out.
Guys, we're going to get you out in a couple of months. Your company has basically disappeared.
Once you come out, you'll be homeless.
Right. We can't pay you.
Then I quit.
Send us little Lupe.
Or Melora Gay Harden, or whatever her name is.
Gary, for Hope, send them some headshots of Melissa Hardon, or whatever her name is, Melora Hardon. I like that she's actually sending a message of hope. Oh, yes. What is her message of hope? I got to rewind this. She got a message of hope.
Fuck Hope, send me a sandwich.
Let's see.
To, to give back.
Have you ever used the N-word in conversation?
Absolutely not. In a conversation, you mean? Just at all?
After this interview, you think, well, she did a really nice job, and really, it was a very reasonable interview.
What did you do?
Well,
I don't know. Like, he was standing there, and 2 seconds later, she comes back out.
It wasn't even that, Howard. It was like literally 10 minutes late, 15. The carpet was pretty much dead. Like, we were getting ready to leave.
Yeah.
And I got my back to where the party is. I'm just staring down the carpet to see if there's anybody else coming. And all of a sudden, I just hear this woman, like, starting to scold me, you know?
Yeah, here she is. This is Melissa Hardon.
And I feel like it was really inappropriate. I just wanted to tell you that myself because I think I was actually really nice and gave you a nice interview. So I'm just I just don't think that a couple of those last questions were appropriate. I think you might reconsider next time we have some celebrities up here.
The opening number was awesome. Yeah.
Which ones weren't appropriate? The Chilean miner question?
No, then I asked her if, I said, are you married?
A message of hope to the Chilean miners?
I said, are you married? She said, yeah. I said, do you and your husband watch porn? And what kind? She says, no, we don't.
What's
that was it.
Yeah, I mean, big deal.
Yeah.
Grow up.
You thought you'd gotten away with something.
Yeah. I mean, how old is she that she's so offended?
She's in her 30s.
Was she 9? You know?
I don't know. She was very odd, though.
She's 43.
Whoa.
Good Lord. Very inappropriate.
There was these two...
You asked if she ever used the N-word.
Right.
Okay, that's appropriate. It's a red carpet.
I got to get you, there's this one message to the miners that these two people, they're from this Bravo show called Flipping Out.
What did they say?
This chick is like as smart as the hole that these guys are stuck in. And I go, do you have any message? And she says, well, I hear they're going to, get him out in a couple months, but we're going to keep that on the DL. They don't know that. And she's like, hang in there, guys. Like, what the fuck else are they going to do?
Hang in there.
Stupid ass.
Have a good life.
Yeah.
Sorry, you won't be out in time for Baba Booey's book release. Wolf, I'm sending them autographed copies of my book.
I'll bury us further.
Wow.
But, Howard, the flight back from L.A.,
Hey, hold it. Here's another one that I thought was kind of interesting. You know that guy who's very gay looking on Dancing with the Stars, but they swear he's not gay? He's the dance guy, the blonde-haired guy.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
He's real good looking.
I think that's Huff's brother.
Yeah,
right.
Julianne Huff's brother. He was. What is he doing at the Emmys? Was he up for an Emmy?
First of all, you know what's funny?
Isn't it really shitty to show up at the Emmys and you're not up for an Emmy? Like I was watching, like Heidi Klum looked really good with Seal, but they're not up for an Emmy.
I think they are for like the reality show stuff.
Oh, right. Okay, so she had a purpose for being there.
And him too, because I think Dancing with the Stars is also up for an Emmy.
But
what's funny is the PR people stick them at one spot and then they run down the line, and it's really like embarrassing because they come up to everybody, they go, we have Derek Huff from Dancing. Do you want to talk to him? And people are like, nah, they're blowing him off.
Yeah, there's really nothing. Well, you asked him a question and he just like blew you off.
Yeah, because I didn't want to, like, there's the rumor out there, whatever, he might be gay, and I didn't want to mention any of that, so I asked him.
Here you go.
I asked him this.
Derek, 2 questions. One, ballpark figure, guesstimate for me. How many chicks do you think you banged in your day? Total.
That's not a question.
Thank you. All right, I got a follow-up.
That's a question.
It is.
He said it wasn't a question?
Yeah.
I think that's
maybe
a question.
not for him.
Well, supposedly he was banging one of the contestants, so I guess he's not gay.
Which guy?
I don't know. No, one of the actual women. Just when you see a guy prancing around like that for a career,
My follow-up was, where's your favorite place to come on a guy? He left. I was going to ask him, but he took off.
Did you ever come on Ryan Seacrest's face?
That's not a question.
That is a question, but I can't answer that. Let's see.
You want to come on any of the minors?
I don't know. That's the only good ones I heard. Allie and Roberto, you told them you were from the Howard Stern show.
Well, because I know you're a fan of the show.
Yeah, but so what? Who cares? You want to offend them. You know. What happened on the trip home?
So I had a middle seat on.
Meanwhile, we
flight.
sent Shuli all the way out there for 2 shitty interviews.
Well, that's my point.
Disrupted Shuli's weekend.
The whole idea was that people wouldn't be able to avoid Eric the Midget, and they'd stand there and try to deal with whatever was going on.
We would have gotten.
You thought Shuli was a replacement for that?
That's all we had, right? Short, sweet notice. You know what I mean?
I'm always on deck, ready to go.
I wanted to get Brian Dunkelman, but he wasn't around. I did. I really did. Beth said to me, "You know, it'd be good, Brian Dunkelman." I said, "Yeah, that's funny." But Eric the Midget
He was busy.
Eric the Midget would have gone out there, been a pain in the ass, and we'd have nothing.
I know.
Hey, Howard?
Yeah.
Before you get into Shuli Stern, do you want that clip of those people from that show giving hope to the Chilean?
Yeah. Where's that?
Upper right-hand corner of that same page.
Who are they?
It's this chick named Sarah and the guy's named Trace, and they're interns for this guy who his business is flipping houses, and they're his interns. And one
is
guy
it a reality show?
Yeah,
Oh.
and one guy's gay, and the other one's a chick. Any words for the families of the trapped miners in Chile?
Any words to
Oh, well, keep it up. And they're going to get out. I mean, I think that they said it's going to be a few months, but it's on the down low. We're not telling them that. So we're hoping that they can get out as soon as possible.
Right.
Good luck, guys. You can make it.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Nice message of
they're
hope.
sending that right down that fiber optic tube.
Any way we can get word to the Chilean miners that those 2 idiots are wishing them well? You just wish someone would turn to Shuli and go, "Listen, asshole. What would I say to the Chilean miners? You're not getting this tape to them anyway." But no.
I was asking about the people dying in Pakistan in the floods. Right before they're about to go in and party.
So what happened on the trip home? Anything eventful?
So I get a middle...
I'm sure we put you on a private jet to California with Sirius's budget.
So I get in a middle seat, right? And I'm sitting in my seat, and I'm just dreading who I could possibly be surrounded by. And sure enough, this married couple shows up, a rabbi and his wife. The rabbi's like 300 pounds. and so right away...
How do you know he's a rabbi?
Because he's got the long... He's all dolled up.
Oh, you mean he's got the whole look? He's not one of the reform rabbis.
He's either that or ZZ Top.
He's like one of the Lubavitchers.
Yeah. So I said right away, and I was very nice, I said, "Hey, would you guys like to sit next to each other? I'm fine with the window." And the woman looks at me, she goes, "I prefer the window, and he likes the aisle."
Oh, so you're in the middle.
So I'm stuck.
That's so fucked up.
So the guy's not wearing any deodorant right off the bat. He fucking reeks, right? Then she starts...
And he's got the whole garb on.
Oh, right. And then we're not even taking off yet. She starts opening up bags of food, right?
Oh. And he's reading the Torah. He's unraveling it.
He's praying. He's going back and forth in the seat. And
Is he really?
Yeah. And I'm sitting, and now this food is... I'm surrounded by BO and shitty Israeli food. And I'm like, what the fuck am I going to do on this flight? I can't wait to get up in the air and go to sleep.
Right.
So we take off. I pass out.
All right. Beautiful. And you're so happy.
Yeah. And
with any luck, you'll sleep through the whole flight.
30 minutes into my nap, I get tapped on the shoulder. I wake up.
Excuse me.
I need to go to the bathroom.
Oh.
So I get up. He's got to get up, the fat fuck. He's in the aisle. There's not a seat open on this flight, right? So I'm screwed.
Right.
Now
and
I'm
they
up.
woke you up. That's it.
Now I'm up. She comes waddling back. She gets in her seat. I get in mine. I put the fucking headphones on. I'm flipping on the channels, and I'm just so pissed.
And you're smelling her husband. She doesn't want to sit near him.
I can't even breathe through my mouth anymore because I start feeling like I'm eating this odor, you know? And I'm so angry. I'm boiling, you know? The next thing you know, and this rabbi would get up every 5 minutes because he's so fat he's going to die if he stays seated, you know, in that elevation. All of a sudden, I'm watching TV, and out of the corner of my eye, I see a baby in front of my face. And I look to my right, and he's talking. I got the headphones. I don't know what he's saying. I take the headphones, and he goes, "Could you hand her the baby?"
Where'd the baby come from?
I don't fucking know.
So it's his kid.
It's not his kid. There was another rabbi sitting in different section, and he just thought it'd be nice to bring the kid to his wife to let her hold
And
the
you
kid.
have to hand this baby off.
So I go, "Excuse me?" And as I'm saying, "Excuse me," the woman's going, "Just hold her for a second." She's taking her headphones off, getting arranged.
You're holding the baby?
No, I'm not holding the baby. I look at the guy, I said, "Excuse me," I said, "if I wanted to hold a kid, I'd fly with my kid."
Right.
I said, "This is why I wanted to switch with you guys, so we don't get in each other's lives like this."
Right, yeah. You don't want to be in their life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the guy looks at his wife, and in Hebrew, he says, "Zelamani soneutem." And that translated means, "That's why I don't like them." Them. Like, what? First of all, what the fuck can you confuse me for?
Maybe
other
an
than a Jew?
Arab. Maybe
Right?
kind of an Arab looking or something.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So now I was
And
boiling
this guy has
before.
no idea. He must think you're something else.
I'm undercover, you know. He doesn't
Isn't
know.
that great when you know a language and they think they're... So what do you do?
I've waited for this moment my whole life,
Right,
Howard,
right.
to bust an Israeli talking shit about me.
Yeah.
And so the guy says, that's why I hate them. And I look at him, and in Hebrew I tell him, "Lech tizdayen ta'ima shelcha batachat," which means, why don't you go fuck your mother in her ass? The rabbi's eyes get like cartoon, like huge eyes. The wife, you hear go, just gasp for air. He takes the baby, walks back, gives the baby back, comes back, sits down. Not a peep out of these fucking two the rest of the flight. She didn't have to piss. I had my feet up. I was relaxed.
Wow.
I'm like, just talk to me. Just say
Beautiful.
one fucking word.
And they shut their mouth the rest of the time.
The rest of the flight. And I told him, I said, you better be careful, you know, the shit you say, because you never know who understands what the fuck you're saying.
I wonder what he thought you were. Wow.
That's what the whole rest of the flight. I'm just sitting here going, what
Yeah,
the
who
fuck
did
did
he
you confuse me for?
Yeah, I wonder what group he hates.
Yeah. I was just
Oh,
so
wow.
pissed, man. Just from the start, I'm like...
Did you grow up in Israel or something?
I was born in Israel, yeah.
And how long did you live there?
Well, I lived there till I was 4, but then I went back every summer till I was like 13. I speak Hebrew.
Yeah,
at
I mean,
home
how do you
fluently.
speak it so well?
I speak it with my parents still, you know,
Wow.
and my brothers, and
It's pretty impressive.
thank you.
What a waste of a language, though. I mean, how many people really speak that? You know what I
That
mean?
he finally got to use it.
And it's kind of a gross language.
It's kind of a waste of time.
Oh, phlegmy. And
You know, you
stuff.
need like
Yeah,
Spanish.
it doesn't help you pick
Yeah.
up chicks.
Yeah, no.
You never laid on chicks that you could speak Hebrew?
No chicks ever like, oh, you're from Israel? That's hot.
Speak Hebrew to me.
Yeah. Yeah. It was like the moment.
How do you say, like, oh, it's a beautiful day today and I love all people? How do you say that in Hebrew?
Eze yom yafeh zeh v'ani ohev kol ha'olam.
Wow, look at that. I'm always impressed when guys can speak any other language but
Oh,
English.
of course. He speaks English so well.
Yeah. You don't have any. I think he'd have a little accent. You don't?
Well, you know, because I came at such a young age,
Right.
I lost the accent, but I
Nice.
still speak the language.
Perfect.
Yeah. Maybe I'll start the next time I go out. Maybe I'll ask some questions in Hebrew.
The language to know is Chinese, because those fuckers are taking over the
That's
world.
right.
Because they enslave their people. They've done such a beautiful job of enslaving their people and paying them nothing.
Yeah.
That they are incredibly wealthy.
Yeah, the government. And people live like shitheads. It's just unbelievable. You can't even like look at the internet. they like didn't they sue Google or kick them out of the country?
Well, Google they were having arguments with Google because they wanted to restrict things.
Hey, Howard.
They're yeah.
Just two things. Greg Fitzsimmons is ready.
Oh, good.
But the other thing is that Melora Hardin chick, I guess she twittered about Shuli.
Oh, yeah?
Get out of here.
Crazy interview with Sirius Radio guy. He was, in capital letters, very rude, and I told him so. Otherwise, all good and everyone lovely.
Well, you know what? Good. We pissed on her parade. Sorry. By the way, I didn't think you were that rude. We could have been a lot ruder.
I know.
Are we not hearing something?
Yeah,
My biggest fear was to get kicked out after 2 interviews, you know?
Well, what was so rude? I mean, you said the Chilean message was nice.
I
Then
asked
you
her
said,
about the N-word.
Do you think Dr. Laura should be fired?
She threw Texas under the bus, basically saying, you know, I'm from Texas, so
Right.
everybody, at some point, somebody said it out there. I mean, she said
She's a nut. Everything was good except for this one asshole.
I can't believe she twittered, but it's awesome. I've arrived.
She's still thinking about you.
Oh, I'm telling you, Howard, I know. She went in there, she had a drink, and she was just standing there going, this motherfucker, he
Right.
got me to talk about the N-word or something.
Is she hot?
No.
No?
No.
She's like, oh.
She's hit the wall.
She hit the wall. Oh, that's
She's in a Chilean hole.
Shuli.
What's up?
So it went pretty well, right?
Yeah, it went all right. You know, for my first run at it, it was very nerve-wracking. I hadn't done anything like that before, and I didn't want to try and do what, you know, John did or Gary Garver. You know, I want to try and kind of find my own rhythm there. But I totally understand what he's saying, and hopefully, you know, the next time I get the opportunity, it'll be a lot more direct and offensive.
So, like, what's going through your mind as you're asking these questions? Because you know they got to be tough to ask these kind of questions.
Yeah, they're tough, and my whole angle for it was I wanted to ask them something to get them vamping about how great their life is and how great the party is, and then hit them with something, you know, a downer, an upper and then downer. So it was nerve-wracking, but, you know, they sent me out there for the job, and, you know, I didn't enjoy weighing shit in a bag, but I did it, you know what I mean? Like, if the boss asks you to do it, then you do it, and if you don't, then you're Ronnie.
So after experiencing this whole thing, is this something that Eric the Midget could pull off?
No, I don't think so, and it's a shame because nobody was pulling for him more than me. Because, you know, as a fan of the show, to have somebody there, it's almost like a magnet for celebrities. They see this kid in a wheelchair, they think it's, you know, some foundation sent somebody to interview him, and they would all go to him, you know, A-list to D-list. They would stop at the wheelchair kid, and but, you know, I don't think he could pull it off. I mean, shit, his biggest hurdle was the drive down. He didn't even want that film. We didn't even get to the fucking questions, you know?
All right, man. Well, thanks.
All right, brother.
Good job.
Thanks, man. Red carpet, Entertainment Tonight after party at the Emmys, and we're ready to rock and roll. Meet some celebrities, ask some questions, have some fun. Maybe even get drunk. Stick around. Should be a memorable occasion. How much fun is a night like this for you to go out, get dressed up, and party with all your peers?
It's a lot of fun. It's really exciting
to be here. It's always just, yeah, you're so thankful. You see the cars, see the lights, see the people, and it's just I'm very thankful, very thankful.
A total blast for me. Never been to the Emmys or the party, so this is great.
It's a lot of fun, you know. You get, like you said, get dressed up, see friends, and that's the thing. Like when we're working in this business, sometimes we don't see each other for a long time. So it's nice to reconnect and celebrate the industry. So that's why I'm here.
How many chicks do you think you banged in your day? Total.
That's not a question.
Any words of encouragement for the families of the trapped miners in Chile?
You know what is interesting is I'm so glad that they've been able to now get them stuff.
Right.
That's what's cool.
Any words for the families of the trapped miners in Chile?
Any words to
Oh, well, keep it up. And they're going to get out. I mean, I think that they said it's going to be a few months, but it's on the down low. We're not telling them that. So we're hoping that they can get out as soon as possible.
Right.
Good luck, guys. You can make it.
What are your thoughts on the thousands of people that have died out in Pakistan in the floods over this past week?
That's devastating.
Did you have a lot of sex? Did you?
Did I have a lot of sex?
Did you experiment?
Did I experiment? In what way?
In every way. In any way.
Well, you know, everyone's a sexual being in a way, but so yeah, you have to try everything at least once almost.
No STDs or anything, right?
No. I'm clean.
If you were forced to have sex with one of your relatives, who would it be and why?
One of my relatives. Let's see. Can I get back to you on that one?
Do any of you still watch porn? And if so, what's your favorite kind? Go ahead, doctor. Some couples in their relationships, porn spices things up. Do you guys watch porn? And if so, what kind?
Oh, God.
Porn. You a fan of it? And what type? Are you into porn? Favorite type of porn?
Do you know what? Right now, I'm into having a drink at the party.
Do you think it's kind of weird that everybody's out partying on a night like tonight when so many people are dying and suffering around the world?
Well, I feel like, I mean, we need a chance in everyone's life to celebrate. So I feel like it's suitable and it's a tradition. I mean, it's the 62nd annual.
62nd Emmys. So I mean, why? What?
I don't think a tradition like that should stop. So
right.
I think there's bad going on in the world all the time, every single day of the year. And if we were always focusing on the bad going on in the world, we would never make the good. And I think that people need to feel joy and need to feel their own joy in order to, to give back. This is a night of celebration in the night, in Hollywood. So people need to celebrate, just like if it's, a convention for pharmaceutical companies, they're going to celebrate. So I feel like it's important, and I feel like that Hollywood really does give back in a really big way, and I think it's important for people to just do whatever they can. If they can't monetarily support something, to send their prayers and do whatever they can.
In your opinion, would you rate yourself B, C, or D celebrity?
Oh, do you consider yourself a celebrity?
No,
I don't.
No.
Not even in the alphabet?
Not even.
Have you ever caught your husband pleasuring himself, or vice versa?
All the time. We do that all the time.
What happened?
We like, who doesn't, why, shouldn't we all pleasure ourselves?
Let me ask you this, ballpark figure, how many guys do you think you've slept with your whole life? Not an exact number.
I wouldn't know that number.
Boy, this is the first time I've ever been asked that on a red carpet. Shame on you.
In your opinion, is Dr. Laura a racist?
What in the hell was Dr. Laura thinking?
In your opinion, is Dr. Laura a racist after this outburst that she had on the air?
I don't know what it was.
You think Dr. Laura's a racist?
Yes. But without realizing it.
I don't think she's a racist. I think, everybody's really super, super sensitive.
You know what? I don't know what her controversy is, and I don't, so it would be hard for me to speak on. I know that I'm not. How about that?
Have you ever used the N-word in conversation?
Absolutely not.
Are you upset that the midget isn't here?
So I'm obsessed with him. I'm obsessed with him.
What do you think? Everybody has an opinion. What do you think it is about him that makes him ask for things and then A, not be grateful when he gets them, or B, not follow through on them?
As deformed as his body is, his brain is so equally deformed to think that he deserves anything that he has get. But Howard's right. Every time he screws it up and is still mad at everyone else around him, it's still funny, and I never want him to leave the show.
Is Mel Gibson a racist, in your opinion?
I actually haven't followed any of that.
Would you ever work with Mel Gibson if the opportunity presented itself?
What kind of questions are you asking me on the carpet?
Would you ever work with Mel Gibson?
Would I work with Mel Gibson? I'm not sure he's going to be working again, is it? So it's a bit of a moot point.
If Mel Gibson really loves the Lord,
Right.
then there's going to be some redemption. There's going to be a little repentance, and he's going to be made brand new. If he really walking for real.
Right.
And in that place, hey, anything is possible.
I just don't think that a couple of those last questions were appropriate. I think you might reconsider next time we have some celebrities up here.
The opening number was...
Hey, Eric, you're on the air. Eric the Midget.
Good morning.
Morning.
Maybe she'll take Eric.
As our pet? Now he'll get out the dog door.
I was calling in regards to the fact that Shuli did the red carpet for you guys.
Right.
You know what? We shouldn't even be talking to him.
Why?
Because wasn't that part of the deal if he didn't do it?
Nah, I don't care. I'm going to talk to him.
I knew it. I knew there's no way of threatening him with you because you cave.
I cave. I'm a soft touch when it comes to Eric. I don't know. I love Eric.
And that's why he gets away with all of this.
I know.
Carrying on that he does.
I love Eric.
He gets a big head about himself.
He actually has a big head. A physical big head.
The only thing is big.
Is your head unusually large, Eric, or is it because your body's so small?
I don't know. I've never really checked.
Yeah, because his head, I think,
it looks like a normal-sized head.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's a normal-sized head on a little tiny body. It almost looks like his neck's going to collapse from the weight of the head.
I know, like he can't support his own head.
Is it hard to hold your head up?
Do you get tired?
No.
Seems exhausting. But that's why I love Eric. Because Eric doesn't play the handicap card. He just...
Are you kidding me?
No, he's happy.
Oh, stop. What?
Yes, I believe
happy?
He's got interests. If I was in Eric's condition, I wouldn't even bother calling a radio
happy?
show. Yes.
I don't
That's
know
my
how
theory.
you could say that.
I'm telling you.
Everything irritates him. He's miserable.
Yeah, that's just it. He's normal. He has goals, even.
And he plays that card all the time. That's why he expects everything.
He's always trying to chisel shit out of you.
Yeah, but not because he's handicapped.
Yes, it is because he's handicapped.
I can't breathe.
He never gives up.
Tires.
But what about
I need cameras.
Yeah, but he never gives up. I mean, you got to love his spirit.
That I admire about him.
All right.
But don't say all these other things. That's not true. He's not positive.
Well, it's just he enjoys life. He embraces life.
He doesn't.
He does. He loves
I'm
his...
sorry, I just can't agree with you.
Like, he loves wrestling, and he loves, music.
Kelly
and,
Clarkson.
Yeah, and he loves girls, and... I would just be defeated. Eric's got a spirit about him.
I don't think he can help loving girls. That's
And he looks
part of his anatomy.
And he looks forward to the day he argues with people on the internet. I see he throws people off his tweet. I don't know. I would just be defeated. He's not. He's not defeated.
He's ungrateful.
So what?
No,
please.
I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not, Robin.
Oh, please. The way you talk to Johnny, the way you treat people.
It's funny.
I'm not ungrateful.
Anyway, Eric, what can I do for you?
I just wanted to see if there would be any possibility of you guys giving me a chance for the VMA red carpet.
All right, look.
Have we got an invitation to that?
Here's the deal. I could probably get him in. I mean, I would think so. Aren't I sort of considered part of the Video Music Awards family?
As a matter of fact, yeah, I heard them promoting that, you had been Fart Man a week or two ago when they were reviewing the VMA.
Aren't I part of that family?
Yes.
Exactly. Here we go again with Eric on the
Well,
red
he'll
carpet.
never do it. We'll
Right.
go through all of this, and he still won't do it, and we'll get Shuli's crappy interview.
Yeah, we'll get shitty interviews from Eric.
You also don't know what you said yesterday, that I would have been a pain in the ass because you never gave me the opportunity to actually do it. I was not going to be a pain in the ass.
Well,
You were a pain in the ass even trying to get you to agree to it.
Yeah, Eric, here's the bottom line. I believe if we send you to the VMAs, you're never going to ask our questions. And so it would be worthless tape for me.
You don't know that.
I'm pretty sure. Although I did have a hard time getting Shuli to ask our questions.
Yeah, he didn't even ask the question.
He apparently didn't really get the...
Does that say something?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who I can rely on for this, but I don't know. Eric, let me go think about it and stuff. It's a ways off, isn't it?
The 12th of that, the 12th of this month.
Oh, it is? Oh, I better. Okay, let me find out first if I can get a pass, and then I'll discuss it with you, okay?
All right.
All right, bye-bye. I don't want to get into a whole long thing with Eric. People send me mail. They're canceling their subscription if they hear Eric one more time.
Well, you know what's funny? Didn't this all start with the other thing because he asked to do it?
Yeah, exactly.
I've tried. It's hard. You cannot find the bartending job unless you know somebody. I'll make some money.
What is it, Gary?
The question for Pete is, if his best year was $5,000, how do you live?
I live with my father, my sister.
But like, who's paying for your Sirius?
I have a credit card.
Wow.
You know?
Is that run up big? Like, are you over drawn on your credit?
What's your financial like? Are you handling your bills right now and everything? The mortgage, you're paid off, you're taking care of everything?
You know what? I never carry a finance charge on a credit card. I pay my mortgage every month, and I lease my cars.
That's great, man. You're so...
No, I'm just asking you if you're overdrawn on your cards.
Pete hates you.
You're cooler than me.
No, I'm not cooler
Ralph
than
is
you.
on with Pete. Ralph, go ahead.
Hey, now.
Hey, now.
Hey, I've been around for one or two of those best fashion shows, and they are very hot. What's great, like, if she has a dress on, you go like, hey, maybe you should have higher heels on with that. And then she'll go and get some, like, higher heels and stuff.
Yeah, sometimes it's weird when Ralph's there and Beth is doing a fashion show. I don't like it so much.
Yeah, because it sounds like he manipulates things.
Well, because I see him, I know how Ralph is. He's a guy. And
yeah,
not only that,
he's
that's your fashion show.
Yeah,
right.
I feel like that should only be for me.
He's
but
chiseling on your fashion
Ralph
show.
has actually been there for a few fashion shows.
And also what's great is that she's usually braless when she's doing those because she's changing quick.
Oh, now it's just stepped into Creepyville.
Yeah, it isn't right.
That's not creepy.
Dude,
yes, it is.
Come on, it's his wife.
I know. I get a little territorial, like
you
Ralph.
should.
I go, Ralph, easy.
But Howard, do you get in that weird area where it sort of turns you on that means that much to Ralph? Like, because your wife's so hot?
Not when it's that close.
I don't need.
It's one thing for him to admire from afar.
We're all friends.
It is fun, but I know Ralph goes into wolf mode, and I've seen it before.
I know that face.
Yeah, not with my wife.
Hey, Beth, those heels aren't high enough.
It's okay when it's we're out in a club or something. So we're both working it.
Yeah, you're looking at some other chick.
Ralph could have had her.
Ralph forgot one time he gave her his number. I mean, it gets pretty intense.
He goes right into that mode.
You come to think of it, Ralph has been there for a few fashion shows. Yeah, it's always fun.
Remember to dismiss him next time.
Hey, Ralph, how do you deal with your life, man? Never, really working and just, how do you get by?
I don't know. I do pretty well. Much like Gary, I don't carry a finance charge.
He doesn't carry a credit card either.
But wait, but I was on hold. What do you make $5,000 a year and live with your parents?
I live with my father. I live with my parents my whole life. I sleep in the same single bed I always have.
How old are you?
He said,
I'm going to be 30 years old, man.
And you got the nerve to try and question Gary or me about it?
I'm not questioning anybody, Ralph.
He's trying to figure it out.
Oh,
I'm sorry. You're trying to figure out how to move out?
You were actually a role model, kind of.
Well,
how are you going to be 50 years old kind of doing the same thing? How do you make money? Howard helps you out on occasion?
Yeah, every once in a while, I kind of call him and say, like,
what do you do in your personal life?
I need a few bucks for the week. And
what do you do? What do you really do, Ralph? Tell us.
He's a stylist.
This is a secret.
Who else does he style book besides you on Mondays?
I have him booked exclusively. I pay to have him an exclusive rights
because
stand.
you couldn't get him when you wanted him, so you had to tie him up exclusively.
In fact, not only do I have him exclusively, I can't even get him to come to the
even with your exclusive.
Well, he was busy with the Battlestar Galactica finale.
Battlestar Galactica.
Pete, to answer your question, Ralph will style all of us from time to time. Like one time, Ralph told me I look like shit.
Just once?
Well, actually, it was several times. So and he doesn't charge me a lot for that. So he'll do everybody on the show from time to time.
Ralph found me my Michael Jordan sweatpants. I'll tell you that. And I love those.
Well, are they hard to find? Because now you got me wanting to get them.
Ralph, how do you get those? Because I told Artie he should get them.
They probably would be good for Artie because they're good size and stuff. I had to search like the style number and stuff like that.
You can't can't go to a store and get it, huh?
He found them in a store, and then we went back to get them.
Stuff like that, like they turn them over so quick. And they were like from the beginning of the summer maybe or something. I mean, the beginning of the winter, and, you know, now they're out of the store. I went to get more, and they didn't have them. So
I told Artie he's got to get Michael Jordan sweatpants. I'm telling you, there's slenderizers.
I'll ask my sister.
You'll be able to gain another 100 pounds.
He makes 20 different kinds, Artie. You got to get the same kind if that's the kind you want.
Yeah, you got to get these.
The what?
He makes 20 different kinds. You got to get this kind, the black ones.
Yeah,
well, does it have a name?
What's the name of those ones, Ralph?
I don't know. There's there's a style number to it. I don't know.
All right.
Never heard of a style number.
And then every douchebag like Pittsburgh Pete's going to be wearing them. All right, man. I'm a douchebag, right?
Why is he a douchebag?
I'm just joking. Yeah, you got nothing to say to me. We're kind of similar, you know. We are. A little bit. I mean, you can't be happy.
I don't see how you can have a bartending job and make only $5,000 a year. That means if you work 4 days a week for 45 weeks, is that about
but he
20,
didn't work
25,
the whole year.
That means he made 25. He worked the whole year. $25 a day he made as a bartender?
Oh, he did work the whole year.
That's what I couldn't figure that out either.
Money.
What?
With the bartending money. No, with the bartending gig, that might have been a little more. But on my tax records, it was only probably like $5,000 ever, and that was like 10 years ago when I was like motivated.
I mean, how many days a week are you being a waiter?
Hopefully as many as they can give me. I just want to indulge myself in working for the public, get some money back in my pocket, and get some ganja, and take a woman out to dinner. Just the basics, Howard, you know?
Right.
Let me ask you something, Pete, though, because a lot of people in your generation now say you're creative because you go on the computer.
I know I'm creative.
Well, but listen, I'm going to tell you something. When you came with me to do the gig, you actually told some jokes. Howard even said it. We played it.
Yeah.
And you actually had a couple of funny jokes.
Thanks.
But, yeah, it was good. But how are you dealing with that now? Like, what are you trying to do to be creative? What's the outlet? Are you writing?
You could be a creative waiter. Why not? Why not be the best waiter?
Use your comedy on your clients.
I'm going to tell you something. Whatever job I ever took, I was a food server as well. And I was selected by my boss as the best food server of the year because I put my heart and soul into it. I decided whatever I did in life, I wanted to be the best at. I don't give a shit what it is.
You're spending your time. You might as well do it well.
Yeah. I mean, why wouldn't you be the best? I mean, in college, I made the best movie. I won. When I served the food, I was on time, I was conscientious, and I was a pleasure to my boss. I believe that you must excel. I was a dishwasher, and I got a commendation. Now, who gets there, puts their heart and soul into dishwashing? You're going to be something. Be the best at it.
He won the silver dish.
And why was I the best dishwasher? I'll tell you exactly why. I got in there like a madman. I probably took on the workload of 3 or 4 guys, and I washed and I racked, and I was proud of the job I did.
And you rolled.
And believe me, I didn't make 10 cents.
Pete wants to be a star.
See, I'm a direct opposite
You could
of
be
I
the
was
star.
I was the worst.
Well, I don't believe in that. You could be the star of the kitchen.
Right.
And why not?
Yeah, but Pete
take some pride.
What? What are you guys trying to say to me?
What are you trying to
excelling is what they're saying.
I'm saying to you.
I'm on a radio show right now expressing my opinions like you guys do every day.
Here's what I'm saying. Artie was saying to you, this wasn't directed at you. Shh, you're not listening. Okay. Now you're talking.
Dopey.
Artie was saying, how are you expressing your creativity? Right. I said you could express your creativity. This was directed at Artie.
By doing your job well.
That's right. You can be creative in any job. Creativity can come out in any facet. You know, you see a sales guy like Sam Ben-Ruby who works so hard. I see this guy. He is creative. Now, he's a salesman. He's a radio salesman, but I see he's creative. He knows how to schmoo. He puts his heart and soul into it. You are a waiter. I want to hear that you are now the top waiter.
Everybody loves to go there because you're going to wait on them. They request your section.
But don't be dopey and sit there and bother people when they're eating. Being the best means staying out of people's way and complying with everything.
I know how to do that, man.
You know how to do that? I want you to do that.
I'm all about the hospitality, Howard.
Good. I think that you could make more than $5,000 in a year at that job.
Let's shoot for $6,000 this year.
And stick with it. And no more smoking weed during the week, only on weekends.
Right. That will be after work. Ganja. Are Pete's parents rich?
No. After work, no. I said on weekends.
You don't earn after work.
I think he should take a break from pot, period.
Well, I'm trying to wean him off a little bit.
No, it's every day for about 12 years, 13 years, every day of my life.
Well, what about being the best pot smoker?
He is.
During the week.
That he has excelled at.
No, that's negative. Pete, during the week, no more pot.
I can't do that for you, Howard.
Let me ask you something, Pete. Do you think the pot smoking might have something to do with why you still live at home?
I don't know about that.
I do know about that.
Yeah.
And that is true. I have friends who smoke more weed. Like they'd be proud of themselves. Oh, I quit smoking cigarettes. Then you find out they're smoking 7-8 joints, 7-8 joints a day.
Yeah, tons.
And let me tell you something. All of these guys do not succeed.
Right.
They don't. They do not. I know them. It's a type. You're right. They're burnouts. And
I know that.
Starting today, during your work day, the days you don't work, you want to smoke a little weed, okay, I'm not going to take that away from you.
Mm-hmm.
But on the days you work and the days that you got to be up for work, no more weed.
You get high at work, man? No, I served tables about 8 years ago, and I did get high, and it was very tough to do. Bartending, you can do it. You're in the dark. People are all drunk. But if you're serving tables, it doesn't work.
Are you strong enough to stop smoking on work days?
I don't think so.
Well, you got to get strength. If you want to be the best, it's not going to...
I don't want to be the best. Yes, I do. You're right.
Okay. So then what are you going to do? Try it for a month. Call me back and let me know how you do.
All right.
Don't call us even for a month.
Yeah, pot is too powerful thing in your life. You're letting it overtake you.
The older you get, man, the more wisdom you get. You're motivational. You're like a Dr. Drew yourself, man. You should have a...
Dr. Drew, how dare you?
You should have Dr.
All right, I have a big nose.
Let's see if it works, Pete. Go
I'm
away for
Jew.
a month and see if you come back any better.
All right,
Howard's been like a father to me over these years.
Well, he's failing as a father.
Maybe that's why you're high at home with no work.
He's a terrible father.
Then you got the wrong father.
Yeah, you have to reassess, Pete.
I mean, please, Pete, don't belittle yourself by not taking your job seriously. In other words, you're making fun of your job when you're showing up high and not motivated. You should be proud to be a waiter. There's nothing, in Europe...
It's a great job.
It's not my passion, though, Howard.
Make it your passion.
Well, what's your passion?
My passion is talk radio.
No. No, it isn't.
It's listening to talk.
You're a waiter. And there's nothing... Right now, you're a waiter. When you get the job on talk radio, that'll be something. But not now.
Right.
And you need to stop smoking pot during the week.
No, you're right about this.
Have you heard of 100%?
100%.
He's heard of it. But he's got to now devote his life to it. You have to be the best at what you do.
Can you give it 100%, Pete?
No, I can't. If you want honesty, I would love to do it, Howard.
Pete, I go to a restaurant. It's called 𝗛ცი𝗿𝗿𝗍 here in Manhattan. The waiter walks over. He's got the whole menu memorized. And he goes, "Hello, Mr. Stern." He's like this. He's an Italian guy.
Hello.
Today's the specials we have. And then he goes, and now I'm going to tell you the fish, and then I tell you the pasta. Then this guy takes such pride in his work. I go, this guy's at the top of his game. It doesn't matter. You talk about talk radio? He's doing talk radio right there.
The hardest part of his day is getting that accent right.
Well, he is terrific. There's nothing wrong with being a great waiter.
People probably think you're sort of joking around.
I'm not joking around.
There's so many assholes that you run into. Like I go shopping a lot, and all these fucking people trying to register are on their phones or fucking half asleep. You just want to smack them. Go, what the fuck are you doing?
If you want to know something, you're absolutely right. I go to these stores, and I see people working behind the cash register. Most of them are
They
vomits.
don't even want to look at you.
They're vomits. The other day, I was in the Barnes & Noble. A young black woman standing behind the thing, and she says, "Oh, hello," a big smile, takes the money, "Have a good day," she says to me, "and how can I help you?" I said, I know that this girl
is going somewhere.
Even if she just stays at Barnes & Noble, they will put her in charge, and she will make more money than the rest of these nitwits.
And she's black.
And you respect somebody like that.
And she happens to be a lovely girl.
Believe it or not.
And she is going to go places. It will be recognized because people who run businesses are only looking for somebody who's got half a brain in their head.
And won't destroy the customer.
All right, Howard, what do you think? What do you think about a guy like this who has, a lot of ideas? He definitely is a unique person with a creativity, but doesn't have the structure or the organization or the willpower to put it together and make it useful.
That's a very good question.
Are you talking about me again?
Yeah, right. Well, that is loser thinking.
Yes.
There are a ton of guys out there. They got a million ideas. They're all full of horseshit. Their ideas are never going to happen. What you got to do is devote yourself to what it is you're doing right now. You see, life is simple. The guys who walk around with a million ideas in their head, and their whole lives, they spend their time going, oh, I could be great at this. I could be great at that. I could be great at that. Be great at what you're doing. Forget about everything else. Be the greatest waiter you can be. And then you will see life will start to unfold.
You're right.
It's nonsense.
Are
thinking.
you going to
It's
investigate this, Pete, or are you just going to say, I'm still going to do it my way?
No, I'm going to put effort. I'm going to.
It's the Ralph Cramden situation. It's syndrome.
Yeah, you're right. Idea.
Of course I'm right.
No, everybody wants.
Because you're thinking too. Your mind's all over the place. You're scattered.
I feel I deserve to be rich, Howard.
Okay. Well, never think that way, and I'll tell you why. That's another loserish kind of thing. Anybody who thinks they deserve to be rich will never be rich.
Except the people who are born that way.
Well, that's a different story. Pete wasn't lucky enough. What you got to do is never even think about being rich. Think about work and devoting yourself to it. The simplest job.
Wait, that's bullshit, Howard.
I don't care if you wash toilets. Be the best toilet washer, and you'll see it will become your way.
Can you do anything excellently?
It will become your way of doing things, and then no matter what you do, you'll be great at, and you won't be scattered.
Pete, can you do anything excellently?
I can do many great things, Robin.
No. Anything that you've actually been able to do, have you done it well?
Have I been like you? No. Have I been like Howard?
Pete, listen to me. Listen to me.
I am defensive because Howard was a guy like me. I mean, he was more successful, but...
No, he wasn't. He started out with nothing.
He was nothing like you. No, he was. No, he wasn't. Because he's talking about, don't worry about being rich. But
that's right. I never did. Let me tell you something. I got into radio.
Who thought about being rich?
I thought about being on the radio. And I worked with a lot of guys like you. When I was in college radio, none of us had jobs. We all had dreams of being on the radio. And really, it was a pipe dream. I was horrible at it. I never walked around saying I'm the best. I said I'm horrible at it. I got to get better. And the guys I work with, each one was worse than me. And they would sit there and go, you know what, man? I'm going in radio, and I'm going in big markets. I'm not wasting my time like you working in a small market. And they all were grandiose in their thinking. They all are horrible on the air. No one was looking for them. And rather than put in the time and the hard work to become good on the radio, they all were taking shortcuts. They all had pipe dreams. Me, this is what I did. I said, I'm shit. I've got nothing going on. I'm no one in this industry.
Well, let me work at it.
I'm going to see if some maniac will put me on the air, and I will follow his rules and regulations. I will train myself to be an announcer first, before I get on there and try to be funny. I never thought I'd be anything in radio. I just did the best job I could, and I was making $96 a week. Did I sit there and cry that I was making $96 a week? I said, thank God there's a job where they only pay $96 a week. Who's going to hire me for more money? I'm not even worth $96 a week. This is highway robbery, what I'm doing.
You were living your dream.
No, I was living a nightmare. But I worked at whatever I did. You know, I was a camp counselor. They gave me commendation after commendation. They never had such a great camp counselor. A guy named Sherwin Belkin will tell you. He said to me, I've never had anyone like you.
Call Sherwin.
You're not interested in being best friends with the kids. You actually run a really
good... You actually do the job.
You do the job. You're not...
You know how you get a commendation by just doing the job. Most people won't even do the job.
That's right. And you're not hearing me, Pete.
I'm hearing you.
No, you're not. You won't follow my advice, but I just gave you the secret to success.
No, you have.
I have. But very few people understand.
But you need to practice even at home, Pete. You need to, even when you're cleaning the bathroom, you need to clean it immaculately and be hard on yourself.
No.
Yes, now
no, I disagree with you.
Clean.
I disagree with you.
Well, I'm completely confused.
Unless you're getting paid, you don't have to be good at anything.
Oh, stop it. No, he needs
serious.
to practice being good at something, anything, Howard.
Howard,
trust me.
So I'm a big pig at home.
Before you go to your waiter job, clean the shitter.
As a waiter.
He needs to clean the bathroom and clean it
that's a waste of time.
No, it isn't.
Let your mother do that.
His mother's dead. See?
Well, bring her back.
Father.
Well, then his father do it.
Pete wants all the glory without the work.
Everything you do, you should do well.
Pete?
Whether you're paid or not.
Pete, just listen to me. I told you what you need to do. Now go do it. I gotta run.
Thanks, Howard.
Thank you.
He's never done anything to completion.
Thank you, Pete.
Thank you, Father.
Right.
Oh, God. Your son is in bad shape.
So, Gary, Pittsburgh Pete, started with Artie months ago. Why has he moved on to you think?
I don't know. I mean, he just moves around to whoever. He sort of got under my skin a little bit.
What do you think his problem is?
Well, I think he stated his problem pretty clearly today. His best year is $5,000. He lives at home. He sleeps in the twin bed that he grew up in, and he's just having some issues. And he's all bummed out that his mom passed away, and I feel bad about that. But listen, we've all had losses in our lives, and you got to move on.
Now, what do you think about him saying that Will is the top producer?
He's trying to get under my skin.
He's just trying to say.
It's what his problem is I think he suffers from something that I think a lot of people suffer from. That he's one. Like I get interns that come in here, and they don't want to be interns; they want to be the producer. Why should they bother doing it at that low work? And that's what Pittsburgh Pete sounds like. He's like, well, I want to be famous. I want to be good. I want to be special, but he doesn't want to do anything to get there.
By the way, a lot of people pointed out what an asshole Scott DePace was yesterday when he was arguing about the AIG controversy, the bailout and bonuses thing. He was saying that the AIG guys should get their bonuses. And he says, it's funny. Scott DePace used the argument. By the way, 100 people wrote this, and I missed it yesterday. Scott DePace, while discussing the AIG bailout bonuses, Scott goes, the executives should get their bonuses because it was written for in a legal contract. And then he said that the contractually and legally agreed to terms between the car companies and unions should be dissolved. He contradicts himself.
Right.
He says, like most Republicans, he's only for the executives.
Yeah, he doesn't
he's
like
not for the
unions.
working man.
So the union contract should be thrown out and disregarded.
But these contracts should be honored.
Yeah. And also about the dog advice. I received a email from Sam Simon, who works with animals, and said I was 100% correct that you should never hit your dog. He said, as one of the nation's largest providers of free certified assistance dogs for the deaf, I must comment on your theories of dog training. Howard, you are unequivocally 100% correct. Hitting your dog accomplishes nothing. And the methods you described are the ones my trainers use for dogs that achieve the most elite level of training. Furthermore, I wonder why someone like Scott DePace would even get a dog. It appears that DePace, like his right-wing politics, is cruel and without empathy or compassion. I've heard that even Hitler was nice to his dog. Sadly, the same cannot be said of Scott DePace.
Yes, DePace said on the wrap-up show he would continue doing whatever he described here yesterday, and then in about a month it would work.
Yeah, and even like Jason said to me, isn't that a sign of low intelligence that, you gave him some really good advice, he asked for advice, and then he just can't absorb it. He can't. The Sam Simon Foundation will be happy to rescue Scott DePace's dog and find it a loving forever home.
Oh. Where they don't hit.
Yeah, where they don't hit. Hitting a dog, right, Fred? You've got dogs.
No, dude, you just don't do that. It's like, it just makes them crazy, and it doesn't change the behavior. It just makes them afraid of you.
Right. Scott, you were busted by the audience. What is your argument on this AIG thing? Forget the dog. You respect the contracts of the executives, but you don't respect union contracts.
They're not comparable.
Why?
But, well, in the case of the car companies, my argument is that the unions are largely at fault for causing the company to fail.
That's
the
not
AIG.
true.
Hold on, that's my argument. The AIG contracts have nothing to do with AIG failing.
Well, you could blame the executives for not getting the job done properly.
It does have these bonuses. Did you read the op-ed that I sent you?
Yes, I did.
And what did you think of that?
There are some executives who had nothing to do with the failing of AIG, and they were promised bonuses, and now they're not getting them, and they're upset about it.
So the guy's working for nothing.
I understand that. But for the most part, you understand, in the one breath you say you have to honor contracts at AIG, but you're saying you don't have to honor union contracts.
No,
I'm
not
have it
saying
both
that.
ways.
I'm saying
That's
that
what
if
you
we're
said.
going to dump money into a company to make it work, you need to make sure that it's going to work from the start, or else you don't do it.
And secondly,
and in the case of the contracts, the union contracts, from what I hear, it costs $75 an hour for an American car company to make.
I've heard that figure is misleading.
And it's
by the way.
$45 for the foreign cars. You can't compete like that.
And secondly, Sam Simon says what you're doing is wrong. Every expert that
Tell Sam to go sit back on his mansion and just
every expert that is employed by the Sam Simon Foundation, and there's many, all are dog trainers, agree with me.
Have you ever spoken to a dog trainer?
I could care less, Fred. I've had dogs my whole life.
Don't ask me again
But
for
have they
advice.
behaved?
Don't ask me again for advice and then ignore it.
Well, just because I got your advice doesn't mean I have to take it as gospel.
Think you should be hitting your dog?
I don't. It's not like the dog yelps when I hit her.
Oh, come on.
It's a tap on the ass, and she knows she did wrong.
A tap on the ass ain't going to teach her anything.
Yes, it is.
No, it's
and
not.
then I throw her outside.
Not only
It'll
that,
work.
she's not doesn't even understand why you're doing it.
She does.
No.
She goes on. All right, then why yell? What's the difference? Does a lion tamer not use a whip? What do you want him to just talk to the lion?
He's a fucking lion.
Well, what's the difference?
Lions eat people. Dogs are loyal pack animals.
What's the difference between a lion and a dog?
Does a horse use a whip?
I saw the most. If you are not a dog lover after this, there is a video going around on the internet. Kid Chris sent it to me. I should send it to you guys.
Yeah.
Picture this. A dog is it's a like a homeless dog or so, or a dog that's lost, walking on a busy highway, four lanes. The dog gets hit by a car.
Oh, I've seen that.
Yeah. Miraculously, I mean, it looks like the dog's dead. It's laying there in the middle, and all the cars are just going and going. No one's stopping. Another dog sees this, runs out to help the dog, and she wants to drag the dog to the side of the road to help the dog. It doesn't use its mouth because she knows the mouth would hurt the dog. Pushes with her paws to move this dog, and this is a big dog. Pushes the dog to the other side of the street. Finally, people start to notice, and they stop cars, and they try to help the dog move the dog. And it turns out both dogs are fine, and even the one that got hit is perfectly fine, minor injuries.
Wow.
But imagine this dog is so loyal to another dog, and it tried to move the dog to safety. I mean, that's the most moving thing I ever heard. Yeah. You're never going to find. You're going to compare a dog to a fucking tiger?
No, I'm just saying that they're animals. At the end of the day, they're animals, and they understand.
Do you need to mistreat them? Because
I'm not mistreating. I'm loving that dog. I'm telling that dog how she's going to do well in my family.
Tell her, don't hit her.
Yeah, she doesn't speak.
You can tell her. She does. They understand. They understand. What do you got, a lab?
Yeah.
A lab is as bright as a 3-year-old and can understand a vocabulary.
Actually, I think the lab might be smarter than you.
Yeah.
Fred, you know what? I question your intelligence sometimes too, pal.
Oh, come on. Fred's intelligence?
Yeah.
You think you're smarter than Fred?
Bring it on, dude.
Sure, let's take an IQ test.
Bring it on.
No way you'll beat Fred.
I think I might. I think Fred has a great memory, but that's about it.
No, it's more than memory. The guy's got basic intelligence.
Listen, don't attack me. I'm quite intelligent.
It was a joke. It wasn't an attack.
You're also
Fred, should I hit you with a newspaper to see that you understand it?
What do you want to go up against Fred and name the subject? Name it.
No, an IQ test would be fair.
IQ test?
Sure.
He'll beat you. My money's on him.
Well, let's see.
Scott, I think you're a bright guy, but you're not smart.
Let's bring it on.
Fred, you think you'll beat him in an IQ test? Any chance I could lose money here?
I'm not going to take it.
You won't?
No, because I don't like IQ tests.
You don't want to know.
Yeah, what was an IQ test for someone of our age? What does that consist of? Logic questions, like basic?
Yeah, logic,
patterns,
language, patterns, spatial.
Right.
Hey, listen.
Memory?
Let me tell you something.
Anyway, my dog loves
Fred. I'll tell you why Fred's smarter than you. Number one, you see him on this Win Fred's Money. The guy knows tons of shit.
It's
He's got great memory. Awesome.
More than memory.
Yeah, but that's knowledge.
He's got knowledge.
I'm not saying he's stupid. I'm just saying I am not.
He plays an instrument. That shows me a high mathematical ability.
I was great in math.
Yeah, but can you play guitar?
No, I've never bothered. No.
Yeah, he's got a basic curiosity.
Can he play golf? Can he play golf?
Can he play golf?
Any idiot can play golf.
But
Goodness.
Go ahead. Let's see what brilliant Gary has to say.
He doesn't play music because he thinks it's stupid. He said as much. He thinks
it's a waste of time.
What do you mean? What did he tell you? What do you mean it's a waste of time? What does he talk about?
He thinks that to send your kid to take music lessons when you know that they're not going to be great at it is a complete waste of time.
Then why?
Gary cannot even say.
But then why golf if you're never going to be genius?
It's not what I said.
What'd you say?
I said that I would not be one to if my child wanted to go to a college that it was all about music. I wouldn't support that.
You didn't say college. You said you wouldn't let your kid take lessons even as a grammar school kid.
No, I wouldn't.
Yes,
I just said that I would. I do not want to support. This thinking that you're going to get rich through music because I realize what
if you just enjoy playing music?
Yeah, to have fun. That's one thing.
Yeah.
If you start taking it serious, it's.
There's been seriously. There's been studies that have been done that prove when kids take music courses and play music, it improves the right side of the brain, which is the math section, the language section.
Listen,
it makes them better students.
Go back and look at that refrigerator back there in the kitchen and see the thousands of CDs that are sitting there that people put their life and heart into, and they get nothing out of it.
You really sound like a McCarthy ever.
He's not. Here's the thing. He's not being honest because he's saying this was about going to college. That I understand.
Right.
We had a long conversation in front of the entire office. Everyone will back me up. That if your son wanted to play an instrument, it would be okay, but you would not push your child to play an instrument now because you think that it's a dead end and that they're not going to learn anything from
Understand the difference. If he came to me and said he wanted to play, I'd say sure, go ahead, that's fine. But I'm not going to sit there and go, you need to take guitar lessons because that's the way to the future.
No, but you might say
something. I'm going to tell you why 100% wrong. My father, in fact, forced me to take piano. He didn't force me, but he said, look, I really think you should take piano lessons. He didn't think I was going to be the next Beatles. But he said, gee, in my life, I always wished I knew an instrument.
Me too, man.
And I always wished that...
well, I don't. I'm just saying these are your opinions.
That's because you have no imagination.
Knowing how to play an instrument is so much fun in life that you bond with other people through it.
I'm envious.
It's a language. It's like learning Spanish or learning something. It's something that brings you closer to...
But you never learned sports. Isn't that aren't you missing there?
Yes, I am, and I wish I had. That's what I'm telling you. I wasn't going to be Babe Ruth, but the fact is, I wish I had been more active in my earlier life. I have a big regret about that.
And what do you think is more important, sports or music?
Both.
Yeah, but Scott, playing piano or guitar, you could do when you're 80 years old.
You don't have to choose one or the other. It's called an enrichment in life. Why read a book?
But he feels like
why play golf? Why?
Because it's fun. I do it for fun. I would never sit there and quit my job thinking I'm going to join the pro tour.
Do you want your kid to read literature?
Sure.
Why? He's not going to be an author.
Right. Because come on. That's
what do you mean?
Don't you think it's a quantum leap to say that because you encourage your son to take an instrument, that in 15 years he's going to throw his life away trying to follow that dream? You're just letting them play music, have fun. It opens up a whole world.
I am saying there are many other things I would choose over music that I would encourage him to do.
See, this is
That's at the bottom of my list.
This is where behind his back. This is where behind his back we have the conversation like maybe he's not that bright.
No, but Scott, you sound like you're anti-creativity.
Because this guy
right, he was anti-creativity.
Let me tell you something. I'll tell you why you're not bright. I'll tell you why you're not bright, and here's the reason.
Do I have to sit here and listen to this?
People who are cavemen
because I'm so smart,
beat animals into submission. I don't need to beat anything. I don't need to hit my kid. I don't need to hit my dog. I can look at a dog and reason with a dog. That's how bright I am. See? You, on the other hand, are like a caveman. You say, I get frustrated, I'll hit the dog.
Look, I have had dogs my whole life, a lot more than you ever have.
And you've done the wrong thing.
And it's always been right. It's always been perfect. I've always had a great dog.
And
so how come it's not working now?
There's a proven track record, and I'm going to continue because I haven't been doing it too long. My wife made me do the stupid squirt bottle crap and listen to the guys like you. So my way will work. Don't worry about it.
It won't.
It will.
Trust me, that dog can be eating your pot roast when your back is turned.
Yeah.
That dog's not loyal to you.
So I should listen to Howard and go, no. Or whatever.
That's a step in the right direction.
All right.
Any dog expert will back him up. No dog expert backs you up.
I don't need a dog expert.
Scott, when I was a kid, my father, we literally spent hours hitting grounders and everything.
Yeah.
And I had so much fun, but I really wish half of that time was spent on learning an instrument.
Great. What would they have done for you? I don't get it.
What do you mean, what would have done?
You know what? It's fun. It's like your golf. It's fun.
I'll tell you what, in the professional now...
I don't say you shouldn't. I'm telling you my opinion about my son. So I'm not going to push him towards music. I will push him towards golf.
Music is a very important part of life.
I agree.
And for a child to have an understanding of music theory is an advanced child. And you're giving them something. It's like swimming. You're giving them something.
Don't see it. Can you explain that? Music theory. Why?
Because you're a bore. This is one of man's greatest inventions, music. It soothes the soul.
Yeah.
It's educational.
Have you ever played an instrument, Scott?
When you play an instrument,
I took 2 drum lessons and quit.
When you play an instrument with other people. When you play an instrument with other people.
Have you ever...
When you see these musicians
Howard's never played golf. He can't comment on golf.
When you see but that's something I should learn about. There's a lot of things to learn about. You got to prioritize.
Yeah.
And your priorities are out of order.
Oh, according to you,
golf is not more
Mr.
important
Expert,
than music.
You're going to list my priorities?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
No, because you're not advanced. You're a very, very simple human being.
You teach your son to be closed-minded in that area. That's horrible.
Yeah,
you realize how wrong you are. These are opinions of yours.
No, I don't realize how wrong I am. I'm trying to help you now because you're not as advanced as I am. I'm very, very bright. I'm considered a genius in a lot of areas. So why would you assume you know what you're
IQ test against you?
Why would you assume you know more than I do?
Why would you assume you know more than I do?
Because I'm a genius.
Well, I am the genius too.
No, you're not. You've not excelled in anything.
Okay, Howard.
You haven't.
So
I have.
You've excelled in one area. I agree. You've excelled in radio.
Well, how many areas have you excelled? How many areas have you excelled in?
Oh man, I don't know.
So don't belittle my genius. So assume that you're at the feet of a master now.
You're a genius.
And you're learning from
in
me.
radio.
No, I'm a genius.
Not life.
They don't just say you're just a genius in radio. I'm a genius. They didn't walk around. Einstein's a genius only in math. He's a genius. When you're a genius, it's like being a doctor. You're a doctor. You're a doctor. You're a genius. You're a genius. I'm a genius. Not many people are. Well, I happen to be a genius.
Who in this room do you think you're smarter than? Listed.
Everyone.
I think he thinks he's smarter than everyone. He's like
you think you're smarter than everyone in here?
Sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
boy.
Listen, I don't think you're stupid. I'm just saying.
I'm done trying to help you. I'm done trying to help you.
That's ridiculous.
Scott, I'm done trying.
I certainly am smart. Benjy might be up there.
Scott, I'm done trying to help you. I'm officially announcing now others can help you if they want to.
All right, good. I don't need any help. I don't want any help.
It's a lost cause.
How many people would love to have an audience with me where I concentrate on their problems and their areas where they need improvement? Many.
Well,
and I've given this to you, but this gift is no longer available to you. I've tried.
You're on your own
I can
now.
help you, though, if you'd like.
That's okay. I don't need it. I'm evolved. You can leave. Thank you. All right.
I mean, if your son came to you
I
and
think
said,
the
I
only way
want to
he's
play
going to
the
help you
guitar...
if he removes half your brain. That's
We're
how he can
done.
help you.
All right,
It's done.
okay. I mean, if your son wants to play the guitar, you're not going to say, that's great?
I said, sure, I'll sign him up tomorrow for lessons. That's not the point.
All right, thank you.
The point was, am I going to
Thank
say, you need to go play guitar to be a better person? No, that's not going to come from me.
No, you don't
No
say
one's
to be a
gonna say
better
that's
person.
what this is all about.
No, you're saying you're planning on giving your son life lessons and advice.
Yes.
One of the things you should offer to him is music lessons because it's important. You know, understanding music. I'll give you an example why music theory is important. My dad, the reason he was hung up on it. My dad decided to become a recording engineer. And as a recording engineer, he worked on many commercials. His partner, who had a musical background and could play piano and sing, actually, he became a very valuable recording engineer because whoever came in wanted a guy, they wanted to work with a fellow musician. He understood music and how to cut on the beat and all this stuff. It made him a better engineer.
All right.
My father said, if I had this piece of education, if I had this information, not that he was in music, but understanding music theory would have given him the language to be a better recording engineer. And so he recognized, well, of course. That's why my daughter's fluent in Spanish. Now, when she went out to look for work, her job now, they pay her more money because she knows Spanish. She's invaluable to them. She's interpreting every
Spanish
20
is great.
seconds. Only
I agree with
because
that one.
she's a good kid. There's a lot of good kids out there, but she's got a skill. So what you try to do is, as a parent, to take the skills that are golf's a skill too, and it's good for business. You go out on the golf course.
I would
your
argue
buddies,
better for business than
There's
music
something
is.
very important about an athletic background, but even more important is to give them the language of music and theory. Not that they're going to become the Beatles. Maybe they will. That's wonderful.
And that's what I don't want.
I'll tell you my frustration.
You don't want you to become the Beatles?
I don't want them to think that they're going to be the Beatles and then waste their life, waste their education, waste their time.
That's delusional.
No, that's what happens.
No,
how
it
many?
doesn't.
Again,
Listen,
how many records
I'll
back
give you an
there?
example.
All those guys, I guarantee you, they don't have normal
the
jobs.
late,
and if they do,
great
they're
Sam
horrible.
Kinison used to do this show. And Sam would come in, and Sam was a pretty good guitar player. Now, Sam is a stand-up comic. He would dabble in guitar. And there was nothing cooler when Sam would come in. He said to me, hey, why don't you go up on stage with me? Well, we'll jam. Now, I can play basic guitar. I'm not any good. I wasn't as good as like Sam was. But I could get up and jam with him in this language, and it was terrific. And, even you want your sons to get laid. Girls melt. When Fred, who is a complete... almost a sociopath, and not even able to communicate with human beings.
If that's what's going to make a girl melt,
sit down and play. He would sit down and play. He would sit down and play guitar. I saw beautiful women melt at his feet.
That's ridiculous.
There's a man who has tremendous problems.
So there you go.
And you're saying
your hero, Richard Nixon, played brilliant piano before he trashed the country.
My hero. Reagan's my hero.
Like, as a comedian, I would love to be able to write a funny song on guitar.
He was a genius.
That's the point. And even you're a director.
Howard, you're biased.
You're a director.
You're biased. You're an entertainer.
No, well,
and
listen,
that's why
you're
you
in
think it's
show
all
business.
about-
You're a director. If you understood music and music theory, when we have musicians in here, you'd be able to have a certain understanding of what you should be even filming.
I agree. I agree for that one little part. Yeah.
It's a very important part of life.
You know what? I'll use, to base his argument against him. Why did you invent the video caddy? Do you think the world was really waiting for another piece of useless junk?
Yeah, that's a good point.
See, that's just it. There's a perfect example that you don't play golf, so you don't understand how important a device like
I
that
can go
could
down to
be.
the U.S. Patent Office. I can find thousands, millions of patents of useless inventions. So were those people stupid, too, to try and follow a dream?
They wasted their time.
No, that's ridiculous. Well,
I'm using your argument with why you're against music.
No, it's not a good point. You guys are all biased because you guys are entertainers. Of course, you like to play music.
But you're not an inventor, so why invent?
But I haven't put my life savings or my every
Was
minute
your
of my
brother in a
day.
band? Is this what this is about?
There's
did your
part
brother,
of that.
Did your brother have a band? And did it fail?
Oh, was he jealous?
But it was just a no, nothing to do with jealousy.
Was he jealous?
Yeah, I have a sister and a brother, very musically talented. It got them both nowhere. I know that for a fact.
What about the satisfaction of knowing how to play?
Well, what about the satisfaction of knowing how to, I don't know, build a house out of cards?
That's important too.
I got
there's a huge difference between a house of cards and learning to play music. It's a language.
That statement makes you sound dumb.
All right, I can hit a golf ball straight. What about that?
You think playing a house of cards is as important as music?
No, Howard.
Listen, you know what? I told you I'm a genius. I can't waste my time with you.
You should learn how to play golf because you don't understand.
Robin's right. Why is this continuing? Even Robin is saying.
Shake your head, Robin. Go ahead.
I didn't.
Robin, who learns a useless thing every other day. Horseback riding and car racing. What else you got?
Say a word during this entire.
No, she didn't.
Stupid
so why attack her?
Why are you attacking Robin?
Because I look at her with that face, and she's back and forth with her head.
You don't know what my face meant. Why are you interpreting
I can read it.
All right, listen.
That was his face reading course that he never took.
You have stolen 10 minutes of our life.
Yes.
Oh wait, this is Cookie on the phone. This is Scott's dog. Cookie, go ahead.
Finally, an intelligent conversation.
See?
Are you mad? Are you mad at Scott?
Don't bark, Cookie. Shh. Shut up. No.
Dog's saying it hates you.
Actually, Scott is probably a math.
Let me talk to Cookie. Cookie. No.
See,
shut right up.
Scott is actually a math genius. You ran a cocaine ring, I think, for a while, right?
Yeah, a cocaine ring, Artie. Yeah, that's what it was.
Oh, that's right. He isn't more intelligent than
Cookie.
I couldn't do that.
Cookie, bark twice if you want me to rescue you and send you to Sam Simons.
I've seen Sam's place in Malibu that he built for dogs. Can I have one? A lot of humans would love it.
Go ahead, Fred. Talk to Cookie.
Cookie, bark twice if you think the video caddy is the most useless invention you've ever seen.
Cookie, bark twice if you think a career in music is horrible.
That dog hates you.
I told you the dog was smart.
Cookie, are you embarrassed that your name is Cookie? Bark twice if you are. Yes. Wouldn't you like a more masculine name? Bark twice if you say yes. Yeah.
My son named her.
Hey, Cookie, when I say the name Scott, what do you think? There you go. All right.
All I can say is thank God Scott wasn't Sebastian Bach's father.
Hey, Cookie, bark twice if you want me to hit Scott with a newspaper every time he does something wrong. All right. Very good, Cookie. Thank you.
I'll see you later.
It's Cookie the dog. All right. We'll be back right after these words. Thank you, Scott. Yeah.
I am not going to be the one going, hey, you have to take this music class. That's all I'm saying. If he says, Dad, I want to take a music class, Dad, I want to learn guitar, I said, great. Where do we sign you up? Let's go figure it out. And I would do that.
What if you want to play the flute? What if he came to you and said, Dad, I want to play the flute?
That would be something you're...
I'm just asking a question. That's what brass instrument they offer usually in 3rd or 4th grade.
It's fine.
Oh, okay.
It's
just
fine.
a second.
Yeah.
Okay. That's not so bad.
It's all my point is if my son says, I want to go to college to learn music, I'm going to say, you know what? You're going to have to find out how to pay for that one yourself. Thank you.
But you'll pay for college if he wants to go for, say, politics or
Absolutely.
history.
Any of the business. History, no. That's another no-no.
What else is useless?
English, probably not, because the only thing you're going to get there is probably English maybe, but most of English jobs, I guess you would end up being like a teacher or something.
Generic art, liberal arts degree?
You can use English for anything.
I wouldn't pay a lot of money.
You can use history for anything. You can use anything for anything.
No,
in fact, most people who go to law school are political science majors, English majors, history majors.
Exactly.
Right.
I wouldn't pay for law school. Because that's a whole nother... No.
Why not? That's a great living, man.
I have 2 male boys.
So you don't let them if they wanted to be, if they were like, hey, Dad, I love hair, I love the art of hairdressing, that's what I want to pursue?
No, thanks.
Art major.
They can, I'm sure that degree probably
Podiatry? Is that okay?
Podiatry? Sure.
Art major.
Art major, no. Why would you learn something that you're not going to use at your job?
This is what my mother said. She goes, what are you going to do? Go work at a history firm? What are you going to do when you get out of college? You're going to go get a big job at the history? Let me tell you something.
There are some jobs with history, but not many.
No, but you're thinking too. See, this is you thinking too literally. You don't necessarily take your history degree and go become a curator at a museum. You use your intelligence and you can take it further. You can do anything you want with it.
So you're saying in this job, which is a communications job, you don't use any of your communication skills you used at college?
No,
what if you had only taken history and then ended up in this job? Wouldn't you then be worse off at this job?
Well, I can't possibly answer that.
Well, I think I can. Yeah, of course. Of course he would. And if not, then your communication degree is worthless.
It's not just history. You learn analytical thinking. You learn how to interpret facts, how to research, how to read.
That's like me learning the golf program and deciding to be a musician.
No!
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 I'm sorry.
You said building a house of cards.
Oh,
It's just
but I obviously was trying to.
Right, okay, well, that's what I said.
It's a bad example. But the point is,
horrible example. Tim's going to faint.
I know people in L.A. who moved to
Getting
Los
woozy.
Angeles to go to guitar school.
Yeah.
Fucking what a waste of time. They would sit there and fucking play, and they had a stage presence class.
Why is it a waste of time? Because they don't make a career out of it?
Yeah, right.
It's a great hobby to have.
This was their college. This was what they were 22. This was what they were going to do as a career. Look, if my kid says, hey, Dad, I really want to play guitar, I'm going to say, let's go buy you one right now. Absolutely. But if it's up to me to go, hey, Kyle, you're not interested in music yet. Come on, I want you to start taking classes.
What if he does that? What if he has some aptitude and wants to pursue it? What are you going to do? Like, at what point do you kill the dream?
At the point where it starts getting in the way of what he needs for the rest of his life, his education. When he says to me, I want to go to a music college, I go, work with it. Find your own way. I'm not paying for it.
Oh, that is so. Who are you, Bing Crosby, for Christ's sakes?
The point is, I would not support paying for something that I didn't feel was a smart decision.
You're going to let
you're not going to let any of your passive influences affect what your daughter might want to do. If she says, I want to go, Dad, I want to put everything I've got into making a new type of a Barbie doll. Are you going to say, okay, let's go ahead?
I wouldn't do it blindly, but if she was good at it and she had the skills, and I would loan her the money to do it. I wouldn't give it to her, but I'd loan it to her.
What if when Duke turns 18, your young son Duke turns 18?
Kyle.
Who's Duke?
Duke's the dog who died.
His late dog.
Oh, I'm sorry.
This is the best of the wrap-up show. A recap and behind-the-scenes look with John High and Gary Dell'Abate. The best of the wrap-up show begins now.
All right. On Monday's wrap-up show, we were talking about Tim and his stupid fucking diet and how he's not our friend anymore, man. He's gone. He left the world. He's somewhere else. Me and Richard decided he's gone. Check it out.
Do you think Gary was out of place asking you what your first meal is going to be?
No, not at all. Because honestly, when he said that to me, I knew what he was saying, but I just couldn't figure out what I was going to eat. I really haven't given it much thought.
And that was more surprising to me than anything. Like, I would think at the end of this time, you go, okay, I can eat my first meal. Like, I know I'd be thinking, not like I'm going to have a steak, but I'll be, okay, these are the parameters I've been given. I am dreaming of a salad with tomatoes and avocado.
Yeah, most people would be down at Del Frisco's, having a steak and, whatever. But it didn't really even dawn on me until you said that. I'm like, oh, yeah, I can do that now. But it's like,
now, is it going to go right through you, whatever you eat? Like, are you going to need to be near a toilet?
Are you going to be shitting actual lettuce leaves?
I don't know.
You might ought to just eat while you're on the toilet.
Yeah, let's go. We're Sharon Osbourne. Let's get something really going here.
Russell in Jersey, you're on the wrap-up show.
Yeah, hey guys, how are you? I just wanted to say, what do you guys think about Robin and this attitude about yelling at Gary? I mean, if anyone has a personality change on this starvation diet, it's Robin. I mean, wasn't that sort of bitchish? I mean, I'm all against harping on Gary at times, no offense there, but I think it was a little excessive. It's human nature. The guy hasn't eaten for 21 freaking days. What are you going to have?
See, again, Robin gets mad at me when I voice his opinion, but I think that if Tim succeeds it validates Robin. If Tim fails, even though I think Robin went to Tim to try to do a good thing. I don't think Robin's like trying to recruit him into some goofy thing. I think she really wanted to help you. But if you fail, it does look bad for her.
Well, the thing is that I would talk to him, like, because I was so amazed at Robin's weight loss. I was like, how did you do it? Because I've tried a bunch of other things, and it really didn't work over the last year. And I'd lose a pound or two or whatever, and I went to the gym 3-4 times a week and all this kind of thing. And
Are you going to the gym now?
I will start today.
So you haven't been going during the fast?
No, I didn't.
Why? Because you just don't think there's
Well, I tried a couple of times, and I got real, because I push it. I try to really crank it out.
And how much have you lost in the 21 days?
Almost 28 pounds, I think.
Good for you,
like
man.
So thank you.
That's great.
So, but anyway, the thing was, I kept asking Robin about it, and she came up to me before she was going to start her fast, and she says, "Do you want to do it with me?" I'm like, I absolutely. I was to the point where I would have tried sniffing glue if that would have worked. I didn't care. But so I got onto it and learned about it and the process, and literally 2-3 days into it, I just felt so good that I didn't want to stop because I recognized just how bad I felt a couple of days prior.
See, the other thing, Tim, that gets people a little weirded out, which I don't even know if you realize you're doing this. When we let you start talking about it, you do start to sound like an infomercial because I think you're so excited about it. But that's where it gets into the weird thing.
You feel good, I tell you, I just feel good because I couldn't bend over. My clothes didn't fit. I felt like a schlub, and I just enough was enough. It's like you get to a point in your life where you say, you know what, I'm tired of being a fat fuck. That's it. I'm done. Over.
I'm totally 3 pounds away from that.
Yeah. Well, no, you get to a point, and everybody does it on their own. You can't tell somebody or whatever. And I was tired of all you guys busting my chops. You look like Rush Limbaugh, or Howard's going, "Now you're fat," and this and that. And I thought, you know what, enough's enough. I'm going to do something about it. And in my mind, the trigger finally tripped. And also, there's an opportunity for someone to teach me something. And if I would have did it for 3 days and didn't like it, I would have stopped. But you know what? I just felt so much better. I was so motivated by how I felt. And the cause and effect of this program, I need instant gratification. I stand in front of a microwave and yell, "Hurry up!" So I saw, pounds going off, like literally 5 pounds within the first, 2 days, 3 days.
What you're saying, Tim, is when you go downstairs at Christmas, you want to make sure the presents are.
That's right too. I want that too.
Tim, we've got somebody on the phone for you. Ronnie Munn, you're on the wrap-up show.
Oh, horseshit! What's your problem?
Congratulations, first of all, Tim, on your weight loss.
Yes, sir.
And congratulations for throwing all your friends away.
What do you mean, Ronnie?
Well, the guy. Ever since this guy went on this diet, I agree with Richard, man. He's like glazed over. We don't even know who he is anymore.
Well, you should be happy the fact that I'm trying to get healthy, so when we do go out, we can really ramp it up.
You're so done with us. We see it.
Stop.
Me and Richard, we talked about it this morning. You're done, man.
All right, we'll make a date.
No, we don't want any dates because you don't keep your dates. See, that's the whole thing.
We're complimenting you, Tim. You are such a fun guy to just go out with and go to a bar. But I understand you're getting healthy, and I would never want you to go off your diet just for us. But it is fun to hang out with you.
Yeah, we'll be there. Believe me,
Ronnie.
We'll have a front row seat.
Richard, he won't be there. Believe me.
Well, we'll be there.
I'm hoping. Yes.
When I tell you,
I'll make you a promise.
Ronnie, you think Tim's a different guy?
Definitely, he's definitely a different guy.
How so?
Dude, I'm telling you, man. He's different. He's totally different.
Well, Tim, here's a question for you, Tim. Is alcohol...
He doesn't want to hang out with his friends anymore.
Hold on a second, Ronnie. Hold on a second, Ronnie. So, Tim, now you're back, to regular stuff. Is alcohol part of the process? So
I'll have a few drinks here. I'm not. I don't drink a lot. I don't drink during the week, but on the weekends when I go out, I'm not.
So, if Ronnie said to you when you're back on eating what you are now, if Ronnie said, "Let's go to Rick's tonight," because there shouldn't really be any food temptations there.
It doesn't. I'll eat. I just know more about food, and I understand it now, and I understand how I got to where I got because I was addicted to it, and now I'm not. I have more control. I just have more control.
Is there certain types of alcohol that you can have now, or do you have to be careful?
I prefer pure grain alcohol, and
you just start smoking pot.
Yeah.
Tim, will you eat salt?
Not really. No. I don't think I never was a salt fan. I really wasn't. I really wasn't.
Tim.
I never really was.
So what did you put on your steak and fries?
Pepper. You can ask anybody here that's eaten with me.
No, it's true. Tim told me when he was a little kid, his mom said, "What would you rather, salt or pepper?" If you only had one.
Yeah, I had.
And he said pepper.
So the salt thing isn't symptomatic of.
No, ask anybody here. I'm a pepperaholic.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Thanks, Ronnie.
Yeah, make sure everybody listens to Tim on the radio tonight.
Thanks, Ronnie.
All right, let's go to Jerry on Long Island. Jerry, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, what's up, guys? How's everybody doing today? What's
Good.
up, Gary?
What's up, man?
I got the reason right over here why Robin's so pissed. It's definitely because the old saying, the truth hurts. You hit the nail on the head a couple of times in the past couple of shows, especially when you told her basically when she gets all defensive about when you guys are asking her questions and she plays like she like yeses you to that or I don't know anything or whatever. I think it all piles up and she's channeling her anger at the wrong way, definitely.
Well, if you're saying that I've called her out a couple of times, we all call each other out on everything. She calls me out, I call her out, Robin calls her out, Fred goes back and forth. I mean, nobody gets away with anything in this place.
That's right. No stones unturned.
I totally agree, 100%. I'm a hardcore listener. I agree. I'm just saying that there comes a time where I think she tries to play it off like it doesn't bother her, and I think certain things do bother her a little bit more so. And she's been on the show forever, but I think she tries to play it off like nothing bothers her. But then certain things like leak out, and she can't hide it so much. You know what I'm saying?
I think it bothers her that I goof on the diet, and I'm not doing it to hurt Robin. I'm just not a big believer in it, but Robin looks at me like I'm the one who doesn't understand, which is fine. She's got her opinion. Like, I don't see the light, and that's fine. I mean, clearly, my weight shows I don't see the light.
Well, you're a naysayer in a way.
Right, but it's okay to have it. Listen, everyone's got to have naysayers, or else the world will just be too perfect.
Ronnie in the Bronx, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, Ronnie.
All right, listen to me. Gary, you need to go on this diet because I get so disturbed watching Howard TV. You're so out of shape. You're repulsive.
True.
Instead of being against him and worrying about what he's going to eat, why don't you go on the same fucking thing, the same fast that he went on?
Because I can't. Ronnie, do you think you could not eat for 21 days?
Listen to me.
I'm asking you a question. You're asking me to do something. I'm asking you, could you do it?
If I look like that, yes.
So on Tuesday's wrap-up show, me and John High talked about Flo Rida and making it rain or snow, whatever, the money and the chicks bouncing their asses, and you throw the money at the chicks with the asses, and how much I love big asses, and enjoy.
Flo Rida came back in with $4 million. And JD, what was it like seeing them again? And did you expect to be called into the studio? Because when women with large rear ends are in there, that's usually your.
Was my forte?
Yes, that is your area of expertise.
Oh, well, I don't know about expertise. It's a liking. Did I expect to be called in? I don't know. Not really. I'm out there. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
Were you disappointed that you were in there while it was snowing in the studio?
No. I mean, I don't want to mess up things. So if me staying out of things doesn't mess it up, that's fine with me.
Now, who do you think was having the best time when all that was going on?
I actually didn't see a lot of it, but from what I heard, it sounded like Benjy was having a good old time taking his own clothes off.
Yeah, Benji's pants ended up off at the end of that segment.
I think they ended up off in the hallway too after.
And also, I know Jason was supposed to be taking pictures, but he seemed to be tossing a lot of bills in the air.
Hey, you gotta get into the action somehow. But I always look forward to Flo Rida on the schedule now, because now he's just gonna bring chicks with big asses that'll shake them.
Did you get to talk to him in the hallways at all afterwards?
No.
No? Didn't make a move?
No.
All right.
No, but I might have to move into Sue's Rendezvous or something.
Now, what do you think of the #1 song in the country right now?
It's okay. It's not. It's a little. I can take it and leave it. Take it or leave it.
Not your forte.
Forte. I don't know if I have a forte music-wise.
No.
It's just not. It's good. It's okay. It's just it's not something I would probably listen to over and over and over.
Did you ever get in touch with the girl from last time? I know she was into you. You were hanging for a little while on the show.
What?
On the show.
On the show? No, she actually wasn't into me. She wouldn't even let me touch her ass, unless it was covered or something.
Well, did you try to get in touch with her?
I tried to look for her, and
how did you try to look for
her? Through various websites and Google searches and MySpace searches and whatever else was around, and somehow I can't remember if I found her or if she found me or something. I don't know, but we did get in touch. And
what happened?
Nothing, just a lot of texting and stuff. She invited me to apparently she was having like 3 birthday parties at like 3 different places or something, and the one that was on like a Thursday or Friday that I could go to, I wasn't in town. So, but what are you gonna do?
And that was that. I know you were a big fan of hers.
We still talk a little bit. We haven't texted or anything lately. But who knows? she's got a million guys, I'm sure, after her, a bunch of rap guys. So, what are you going to do?
Well, so if you get texted or messaged, you're not going to respond?
No, I respond. I'm just doing, what am I, stupid?
No.
No, but yeah.
What did you think of Howard's reaction?
I don't know. What else do you want? There's nothing's happened.
I just want you to answer the question. That's all.
I am. You just give me weird looks.
I'm not giving you a weird look. I'm waiting to see if you're done talking.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Do you want me to say done every time I'm
No, I don't
talking?
want you to say done, but I'm just waiting. It looks like you're still, forming a thought. So I don't
I'm
want
always
to
forming thoughts.
Well, I don't want to interrupt.
You're not interrupting anything.
All right. Did you think Howard was envious of Flo Rida's workout? The guy works out 15 minutes, and Howard's like, "What am I busting my ass?"
I don't know about the actual workout, but the actual workout result, I'm sure he was a little jealous. I mean, who doesn't want to look all pumped up and stuff?
What do you think of $4 million today?
He was okay. He just seemed to be the money carrier, carrier of the money.
Now they walked in with like sacks of money, literally sacks of money, and I think Artie pocketed some of it to see if anybody would notice, and then at the end, of course, he gave it back.
Yeah.
But they come in with and they do their thing, and they always put on a good show. Flo Rida said also that where the money is, though, in music isn't really in the downloads and the records. It's the other stuff. It's the touring, the merchandise, and the bar mitzvah. And he said he got $100,000 to play a bar mitzvah.
Well, yeah. I mean, you see these My Super Sweet 16. If your kid likes someone enough and your parents can pay, they'll have you at their party.
Now let's talk about the girls that he brought along. What did you think of them? How would you best describe them?
Very lovely ladies with big ass. Well, one had a really big ass. The other ass was good. So, more normal, but the other one was just out there.
Can an ass be too big for you?
Yeah. I've seen some extremely large asses, and
But you set limits.
Yeah, of course.
All right, let's go to the phones.
You can't have too much of a well. You can have too much of a good thing.
On Wednesday's wrap-up show, I talked about, God rest his soul, 𝗛ცი𝗄𝗿𝗱. He just passed away. It's rough, man. It's rough. A living thing, and it's sad. It's sad to talk about. And I just, God bless his soul in heaven right now, and fishy heaven is 𝗛ცი𝗄𝗿, and just say a prayer for him if you could. It's a sad thing, man. I don't want to make light of this. I don't want to make a joke out of it. I just don't. So let's not make a mockery of this. And I don't want Chris, who's filming this, to fucking laugh either. So I'd rather you not do that. So here it is.
Hey, can I ask Richard, can we talk about the sad thing that happened to you this morning?
Oh, the family emergency? Yeah.
'Cause Richard told me something, and I'm telling you.
Really? What happened?
Was bordering on tears when he told me.
One of our little pet catfish died this morning. We have an aquarium, like a 5-gallon aquarium, and we have 5 fish. We have 3 tetras and 2 catfishies. And, one of them passed away. I'm, really freaking out and bummed out.
How old was she?
It was a couple months old. You become attached to them. They're like any kind of pet.
I was saying to Richard, how do you become attached to a fish? I said, do you pet your fish? And Richard said he does. How do you do that?
Yeah, whenever we clean their tank, I mean, they're so cute. I can't help but, touch them and pet them and stuff. And we took, even last night, which is why it's so sad, we were freaking out because this catfish had a little growth on his mouth, and we looked it up and saw that it's a disease that fish can get in a fish tank. So I took him out of the tank. I petted him. I told him it was going to be okay. And then I took this. There was this.
You killed your catfish, man.
No, I didn't. No, I did it to take this mold stuff that was on his mouth off so he could breathe, and then he was able to breathe.
Did you show him the picture of the roof of your house and stuff?
How often do you pet the fish?
Not very often, and I'm real careful about it because I know it's probably you're not supposed to do that, but maybe once a month. But we take, you wouldn't believe these. It's like $5 or $6 worth of fish total. They're about $1 a piece, but we treat them like gold. They're our babies.
You know that those $5 fish, those dollar fish, they never live long. Like, you're setting yourself up for disaster.
No, I've had talks with people around here. Doug Goodstein had a goldfish that lived for 10 years.
Wow. Do you feel you're connecting with the fish and you're giving him joy when you pet him?
Yeah, I like to think that, but it's probably not to them.
And it's out of the water when you pet them?
Yeah, well, it's only when I'm transferring them from their tank to their temporary tank to clean it.
So you comfort them, you stroke them.
Yeah, I tell them it's going to be okay and stuff.
Did you name the fish?
Yeah.
What are their names?
Pinky, Blue, Purple, Catfishy, and Catfishy 2.
And did Catfishy or Catfishy 2 pass on?
Catfishy 2 passed on today.
Oh, so Catfishy lives on.
Yeah, but the other Catfishy is so lonely because...
Well, will there be a Catfishy 3?
How do you know? How do you know Catfishy's lonely?
Oh, it's crying when it's in his hand.
It just swims back and forth all day.
It just sits on the bottom of the tank now. And they say, I become really good friends with the guy at the pet store because I ask him all questions and go in there all the time buying medicine and stuff.
Oh, he sees you coming. He sees dollar signs. Believe me, I'm sure he's your good friend.
But he told me that these catfish, they love having another catfish there, and it was the cutest thing. I would wake up at 4 in the morning and go in there, and they're like laying on top of each other. It was so sweet. So it's sad for the other catfish too, and I'm really bummed. And it's going to be hard to find another one this one cleaned the tank so good, and he was always eating and real cute, and he was kind of chubby. And
you can train a new one. Have you had the burial yet?
Yeah, that was what I was going to ask. Are you doing anything? Are you going to just flush it, or are you going to do anything special?
I didn't have time to take him out of the tank, God rest his soul, this morning. But my girlfriend's saving him, and we're going to have a funeral when I get home.
I mean, you guys think we're joking. Richard's really torn up about this.
Yeah, I'm bummed. It's sad because you become attached to things, and like you look in the tank, and they recognize you, and it's sad, man. I'm like bummed.
How do they recognize you?
Well, basically because they just want fed, but I put my face up to the tank and they all come right up to my face.
Do any of the fish, are any of them more shy, like kind of don't play as well as the other ones
Purple is. Yeah, Purple's kind of a loner, but the rest of them they're so cute. And my girlfriend read some article the other day online about how you can teach your goldfish to do tricks, so we're going to try and teach them to do tricks.
Richard also cried when Cotton Hill, a guest star on the King of the Hill cartoon, died.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's sad, but this is a living thing, and it's so sad. Any living thing that dies is sad.
And on your birthday too.
I know, it was such a bummer. I went in and he was laying upside down.
You sure he wasn't playing an April Fool's joke, Garden?
No,
maybe he taught himself how to play dead.
Well, he did a damn good job if he did, because he turned white too. So I don't know how he can make himself do that.
What do you feed the fish?
Just fish food, the little, flakes. And I actually had to order them special flakes off eBay because
sure you did.
We bought this new kind of food and it grew mold in our tank, and that's why I think this catfishy died. So I'm kind of pissed at this other kind of food.
See, it's funny that catfish need special food because catfish they're bottom dwellers. They'll eat any crap you give them.
Well, that's what the guy at the pet store said. But meanwhile, this food, they were not cleaning it off the bottom of the tank, and it got mold on it. And I think that's what got the mold on this catfish and killed him.
Brian and Philly, you're on the wrap-up show.
Richard, Catfishy and Catfishy 2?
Mm-hmm. That's their names, Dad Nabbit.
Is it possible it died of embarrassment?
You know, Brian, you bring up a point. Like when Richard was talking to me about Catfishy this morning, and then again now, he was very close to tears, and it reminded me like my son cried when his goldfish died when he was 3. It is like a fish. People don't usually make that kind of connection with a fish.
Yeah, I know, but we really want a dog, my girlfriend and I, but we see that we don't have time to take care of one, and I'm on the road every weekend, and it's expensive with vet bills and all that, so we decided to settle on fish, and we put all of our love into these fish.
Wait, I heard that your girlfriend did want to get a pet, but you said no animals in the house.
Well, yeah, I mean, because we just don't have time
They're not clean.
We don't have time to take care of them. A goldfish can go 5 days without eating. She's allergic to cats. So, I would love a cat, but...
Yeah, but you're leaving a goldfish alone and not petting it and talking to it.
Probably died of loneliness.
They got each other, though.
Thursday's wrap-up show was all about Sal and his debt. Now, Sal's got a plan. He's going to work with Christine. He's going to take over the finances and put them in better shape than they are right now. And none of us believe it. Watch the conversation. Here we go. Heather, you're on the wrap-up show.
I just wanted to tell Sal that I just feel so bad for you. I feel so bad because I know you're in such a position and you're trying so hard. But I'm just afraid that you feel like this is your only redeeming quality is to let Christine buy all this stuff, and it's not. You know, I'm worried about you.
Thanks, but it's not fair. Also, I mean, to put it on Christine. Yeah, we both have the credit cards. We both spend. My problem was that I just got too lax with the whole thing, and I just let her take over, and I didn't stay on top of my finances. And I need to put my foot down when it comes to that. Right. And that's what we're working on now. And it's not so much where, how can I put it? It's like I don't blame her completely for this, but the thing is that I got so much going on in my life. I'm trying to take care of my end. If you compare the cavemen back to the caveman days, they went out and they killed a woolly mammoth and the woman cooked it. I'm out there doing the hunting, and she's supposed to do.
Right, but what happens if?
And what happens is when the caveman comes back, he's just like, "Hey, where's my dinner, bitch?" You know what I mean? That's what I kept. I left it up to her to make the dinner.
So where's your dinner?
Exactly. Well, that's the point.
I'm asking you.
I'm so exhausted that I'm like, I'm going to skip this meal tonight. I go to bed hungry, I guess.
Cavemen didn't have money, so they didn't run into these issues.
So, but the thing is that, I spoke to my good friend Rich, and we're getting together on a vacation day next week, in 2 weeks or whatever, and we're going to be putting everything together. We're going to be consolidating all the credit cards. We're going to try to get a good deal, and we're going to refinance at a lower rate, and that's it. The credit cards are going to be cut up that day, and then I am putting everything on Quicken on the computer, and on top of everything else that I'm doing, I'm going to be doing the bills as well.
So, Sal, let me ask you a question. In the last 6 months, what are some of the large purchases that your family has made?
I don't know. I can't. I really couldn't.
I mean, have you had a renovation done?
No, you got to know. You would have seen the result of the purchases.
Right. The only thing I've seen is that Christine and I are going to Florida this weekend. We have shows to do out there. And, she took about 7 or 8 different outfits out with tags on them on the bed and started trying them on. And she assured me that she bought them a long time ago.
Here's a perfect example. Sal, at this time last February, a year ago, you came back from Florida and told me that story about how you had to ride the bus while your friend had the car, and about how your credit card was denied when you went to breakfast and how embarrassing it was.
Oh,
right. But so you went through all that, and then what did you do after that to rectify the situation?
I went to work. I just
you didn't do anything.
Right. What's there to do? I have enough stress in my life. I don't need one more.
How much is the Florida trip costing?
The gun is 5 feet away from my head. I don't need to push it 4 feet, 3 feet, 2 feet. You know what I mean?
No, but sometimes
I don't.
Well, I sort of do. In the sense, I think sometimes with Sal, it's easier for him to put blinders on.
Right. Yeah.
And just not acknowledge the deal, and then unfortunately it builds up to something like this.
Who wants to see Christine rack up all those Motel 6 bills? I mean, he just keeps his head in.
How much do you think the Florida trip will cost? Round figure.
About $800.
There's no way 5 people are flying to Florida.
No. My children aren't. My mom and my mother-in-law are watching my children.
Oh, so it's just the two of you.
Just the two of us, and Richard and Kristen are going. So we got the hotel, and we're doing 2 gigs out there.
Okay, it's a work.
So it's not that bad. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to afford with the children and everything else. So
let's see.
Yeah. So we're putting this plan together, and we're looking to refinance, and hopefully we'll get out of the hole. And I'm going, like Howard said, I'll take my dress off and do the bills.
Guarantee that never happens.
Nothing like the tough love program from Howard Stern.
Jason, why don't you think
listen, Sal's talking a big game. I guarantee 2 weeks from now there's no plan, there's no Quicken outline, there's no refinancing of anything. I think he might get some advice that he'll follow a little bit, and that'll be it.
I tend to agree with that a little bit.
I'll put. You want to make a bet, Jason?
No, because I really don't care. I'm just saying.
Well,
that I don't
shut
think
up,
it's gonna happen.
because the rest of the audience doesn't care about what you have to say either.
Oh wow! My wife spends all my money.
I'm not wiring at all.
But
I'm not complaining one bit.
So do you think Howard went overboard this morning?
That's Howard. Howard does.
But no, do you think he did?
I mean, Jesus, I think a little bit. Put on the makeup, put on your dress. Sonny boy needs mommy. You're a little bitch. Get on top of your things. You make me sick. And get out.
Hey, how did you got?
I don't know.
You got really pissed at Howard, and I didn't understand this. You said, "You're undermining me as a father."
That really bothered me.
But I don't understand. How was he undermining you as a father?
Well, he says, "What type of father are you? You can't take care of your children." I take damn good care of my children. You could put me in a fucking tent right now in the middle of Nebraska. with 16 feet of snow, and you bet your sweet ass I'll take care of my children.
But he's saying, I think his basic thing is like if you're in,
don't go after me and my children. My children are everything to me.
But to him, you're not being a good father if you're living in a horrible debt.
Well, you know what? Like, I don't know his personal lifestyle, and he keeps things quiet that he doesn't want people to know about, and I do too. And you know, it's not everything these days.
Quiet?
Yeah, can you imagine what do I have left? But
the only thing I don't know that there's a mole on Antonio's ass. You know what I mean? That's the only thing you haven't told us.
No, the thing is that my children truly are everything to me, and you know, no matter what my situation is personally, my children are my priority. And yes, unfortunately, financially, I'm in a little bit of a bind, but it's not something I can't get out of.
But by definition, he's saying living like that and putting your children at risk for their future means you're not being a good father. I know you love your kids.
Right.
I think inherently that's his definition.
But I mean, just to target you as a father, I mean, to me, it was wrong. I know where I stand financially, but I also know where I could stand in the future if I do the right thing. You know, I'm not down and out. I'm not a homeless person.
Yeah, but I think
I've gotten myself in a little bit of a jam because I'm doing something that I love and I'm accustomed to a different lifestyle, and I could get out of it. And my kids are taken care of. You know?
Are they?
Yeah.
Are college funds are started?
No. That, unfortunately, is not the case, but that's what I am focusing on doing. And I've been discussing this with Christine, and we had been putting it off. That's the biggest problem, is just putting it off. And that's what we're going to finally. You know, sometimes you need a good kick in the balls. And
I mean, to go into that end, like
this is the case.
Retirement for you, because that affects your kids.
Right.
In other words, if you get to retirement age and you have no money, guess who's in charge of you? Your kids.
Exactly.
So
I don't. You know,
how are you doing in that area?
My whole life. Well, my whole life. It's weird. My whole life, my parents lived hand to mouth, so I don't even know how we.
Do you do a 401k?
Yeah, I have a 401k, but that's completely worthless.
You have those glossy photos.
That's true. I could sell a few extra photographs on the road. Yeah,
I'm still trying to get past the tent in Nebraska with the snow.
Well, I'm just saying that how much my children mean to me. That no matter what, my children will be taken care of, and you know. And
but you can't just say that. Like you can't.
I can't. Yeah.
No, but you can't just say no matter what they'll be taken.
You can't say you're thin and good looking.
No, well, I'm not trying to say I'm thin and good looking.
Okay, you can't say that.
But you can't just say, "Oh my God."
That's something you definitely can't say.
Well, hold on.
And you can't say your wife never cheated on you.
Hold on, Jason.
We had this conversation with you a month ago.
Yeah, Jason, you have issues with debt. What would you recommend Sal do?
Well, I would recommend that number one, the first thing to do is you have to stop putting stuff on your credit cards today.
Right.
Like today, like yesterday. That's what I did. You have to stop putting stuff on, and you just got to. All your money's got to go to paying it off. That's it. I mean, no new cars unless your car breaks down. You absolutely need something new.
That's the other problem. This goddamn Land Rover is driving me crazy.
So get rid of it.
Well,
get rid of it. Downsize. Sell the car. Buy a more inexpensive, buy a less expensive, probably better running car. There's plenty of companies that make cars that run very well.
And don't worry about the brand name of the car.
I don't worry about it. And Christine said she's willing not to worry about it, even though she went to the dry cleaners today, and the lady said, I heard you buying a Mercedes, and Sal's getting his balls broken, and I had to hear from her.
You realize that car companies are in so much trouble right now that there are good deals out there to be had, and like back in the old days, you bought a car, you didn't know what it was going to be. Now they're covered for like 100,000 miles for service and everything.
Another thing, John, is I don't have children, so my problems affect me. You know, my like if I go broke and end up on the street, that's me on the street, and I could handle that. You know, Sal's sitting here going, "Oh, my kids are taken care of no matter what," but those are just words. There's nothing to back that up.
Where is he going with
that? No, he makes a point. They're taking care of with your love.
I mean, your problems affect your wife too, Jace.
Okay, fine, but my wife is part. You know what I mean? Like, we're aware.
What I'm saying,
we don't have any little children whose futures were.
Jason, what I'm trying to say is that
like Sal's.
Jason, what I'm saying is that I will always have the will to take care of my children under any circumstance. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Even if it means slinging hot dogs, which will probably be doing it to you.
But no, I don't think anybody here ever questioned that.
That's the point that I'm trying to make. Unfortunately, now my children are young, and I haven't put together a plan for their future as of yet because I'm in a bind. But that is definitely on the agenda.
And Sal,
of course, that's all I think about.
Sal, when you walked out of the window, Howard did say he loves you, and you know that.
Well, that's the most important thing. That's what keeps me going.
was just looking at Tim. So what was the word I got? Tim is now off the detox, or
he finished his 21 days.
How much weight did he lose?
26 pounds, he said.
And then Gary told me you got mad at Gary for asking Tim what his first real meal is going to be.
Gary's like one of those guys who's waiting to see you, go back to your drug addiction.
All I said was, Tim, what's your first? Congratulations. What's your first solid meal going to be?
No, that wasn't how he was saying.
So he starts talking and all this double talk, and I go, leave the cold crap behind. It's a simple question. What's your first meal going to be? And then you got mad.
I just said, why are you making such a big deal?
Why are you making a big deal?
Solid meal. It's no big deal.
He wants to know. He's curious.
It's curious.
But he doesn't know.
Gary doesn't care how Tim feels.
How do you know that?
I know that because he wouldn't be treating him this way if he cared.
But you see, this is where you go off. Gary's saying to Tim, what are you going to eat for your first solid meal? It's not a bad thing. He's not treating him badly.
And now you, who didn't see the whole conversation, are assuming that Gary told you the truth.
Well, I just heard what you said. You said you think Gary's sabotaging him.
Why are you harassing a man who's trying to regain his health? That's what I wonder.
What do you mean? Why is that harassment?
That's not a bad thing to do.
You feel that's harassment?
Yeah.
Asking a guy what your first meal is going to be?
Bother him about anything. He's living his life. Leave him alone. He's not bothering Gary about what he eats, and God knows somebody should.
We bother Gary about what he eats all the time. As a matter of fact...
No, we don't.
I was watching Gadget Gary on Channel 11, which is Gary's new name.
Gadget Gary?
Stay right there, Tim. I'm not done with you. Gadget Gary. I got so much to talk about today. Gadget Gary. Like, how did that whole thing get started? Gadget Gary.
I don't know.
He's on Channel 11. I think he's trying.
Is it a regular thing?
I think this is Gary's attempt, in case I leave radio, to sort of come up with a branching out thing. He's good at it.
Good. I mean, he loves new gadgets. That's for sure his, major passion.
Gary can't come in now because he's dealing with Ozzy and Sharon, I guess, who just showed up. But so he's getting them together. But I'll remind me when we get back to talk about Gadget Gary.
All right.
But Tim, I don't think. See, Robin, what I'm hearing is, if Gary says to Tim, "What are you going to eat for your first solid meal?" I think he's curious about the diet.
And I didn't stay there long. I walked by the conversation. I said, "What's the big deal? What's the big deal?" And I walked away.
But you almost seem like you're protecting
Tim. No, I'm not protecting Tim. Tim doesn't need my protection. But I just think that this anger at Tim for changing his life.
Who's
is
angry
crazy.
with Tim?
Everybody who's got